Yeah,
So, who wants to do a brief recap of last week for some bonus XP?
we're in hell.
But we use milestone leveling.
And this will expedite your next milestone.
Well, we traveled to Divinity last week and discovered that Divinity seems to have become Barana Forest from
like
the looks
Barana
of it.
glitchy.
Yeah,
Good
It-
job.
and we've we found lots of very pretty orange cocoons with people in them. Oh, and many dead orcs and like some weird robot thing that Griff, make that noise that it made, please.
There will be no noises, mostly because I'm pouring a drink.
Oh, fine, be that way. But it made weird noises while it shish kebabbed orc corpses to try and clean them up, and we're trying to head to some kind of like important place where we think we can find the Fae that the mayor of the town made a deal with to save the town from the orcs, we're guessing, but didn't save himself because he's stupid. And yeah, now we're stuck in the Feywild and we're being attacked by trees and plants.
Sounds reasonably well.
And we're getting cocooned.
Yes.
Slowly.
And slowly but surely, you can see a thin shimmer of orange coating you, almost like a thin layer of sweat.
With absolutely no helpful information as to how we can get rid of it. No conveniently placed book or, convenient stone with a detailed explanation of what's happening to us and how we could possibly reverse or end it,
Ah, yes, what is this convenient book I found in my bag?
Exactly.
Hey, this book is called You Fucked Up, Dum Dum.
That's a pretty good title for a book. So, as far as I recall, you find gentlemen elected to not rest for the evening, which means that you're currently suffering from exhaustion due to not resting and going over to the next day.
Yeah.
You have expended some spell slots. You guys have expended some hit dice to regain some hit points.
Yeah, we have had one short rest, but not really. We haven't.
No long
rested
rest.
for the night, so yeah.
Alrighty. So, you guys are still in the forest itself, making your way deeper and ever deeper towards the former mayor of Brunevici's manor, or governmental building, as far as you can tell.
Oh wait, would I even get exhaustion? Because I don't need to sleep.
I believe you still do. Let me just double check for you quickly, because this is something I checked, but I can't remember what the ruling was, because I checked it on like Tuesday.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just trying. I'm like, wait, I technically don't need sleep, but am I exhausted because I'm not sleeping?
If you're like me,
for
then
forced
it's,
marching.
when you take a lot, you don't need to sleep.
A warforged is indeed a sturdy soldier, but while they may not need sleep, they can get fatigued. In particular,
Okay, so basically, if I didn't move like at all, I wouldn't get exhaustion. But because I'm forced marching, basically, I will get exhaustion.
And casting magic and fighting things, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's what mine says. Now, it doesn't say that I need to rest.
I've already checked your zippo. It's much the same as Liddy's.
Damn it.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, the point is, like, we're not getting exhaustion because we're sleepy. We're getting exhaustion because
Physical
we're
exhaustion.
getting tired. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So, you find mental gems, have fought some trees, you've had a ethereal audience clap, indulge, and enthuse about your performance that you've engaged in while fighting said tree.
Yes.
The inhabitants of this town have all been encased in a orange sheen crystal, keeping them impervious to harm, safe yet trapped, although aware, if somewhat distantly, from any outside stimuli. You're in the forest currently, and so far you have managed to avoid the corpse taker, staying stealthy, hidden, and not drawing its attention or ire as you travel deeper into the forest. Cleef came upon a grave, open, dug, and with a headstone laid out for him, which he scornfully declared, "Been there, done that," unimpressed by their attempts through with his head. So, as you plunge deeper into the once mighty city of Branovici that has now become an enormous standing forest, things grow ever darker. The rain falling from above, stopping at the very tippy tops of the trees. No water reaching the mud and dirt and deep moldy loam around, stopping at the treetops around. Omnipresent, oppressive, dark. You head deeper into the jungle. How are you guys traveling? Are you traveling stealthily, or are you guys just vacationing your way through the undergrowth?
They're probably watching us at all times. I don't know how effective being sneaky would be.
Probably not very.
Yeah. You know, obviously we're not like, you know, trying to do the herd of elephant thing through here. We are still watching where we're walking and so on, but I somehow doubt we're going to have the element of surprise on our side.
All right. So, 20 minutes pass. Nothing but the company of the falling rain. Half an hour, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, an hour. An hour later, you finally step into a clearing. In the middle of it, a deep, clear pool, green with algae and you think moss, and on the outer layers of it, closest to the embankment that you're standing on. And in the middle of it, an enormous, tall, silvery mirror, a good 3 meters wide and 6 meters high. Inside of it, an image. Cleave. The image itself tugs at you. Familiar, yet not familiar. A voice comes. You see a large, sleek, almost serpentine polished silver dragon sitting in a cavern backlit by streamers of sunlight reflecting from above you out of sight. The dragon itself, preening, vain, admiring the beauty of its polished, almost mirror-sheen scales in the mirror that it itself is looking. From out of sight, you hear a woman's voice, but deeper, giving the impression of immense size. You hear a rumble. You're being fooled. What could you possibly learn or experience amongst creatures wallowing in their huts of mud and wood? Stay here. Stay with your clutch. Stay with me. The last 3 words, uttered with longing. You see the silver dragon turn its head to the left, speaking to the voice out of sight. It will just be a short. I wish to investigate these creatures, this ale they babble on. I will be back soon. That, the mirror clouds over, leaving you staring at its silvery surface, reflecting back naught but your own reflection.
Cleave, she can be so glad Brienne and Razgor aren't there right now.
Well, that's cool. I didn't know dragons could talk.
Just confirmed that, you know, Cleave is a dragon.
I'm quite
Really?
clearly an old man.
I was going to say, Cleve is quite clearly an old man. Don't know where you're going with these dragons.
Oh, hey, giant silver mirror. What you do?
Sure, what do you want to do with this giant silver mirror?
I just want to look at it. How valuable does it look?
It looks like a enormous silver mirror that is, made out of silver. Looks
Neat.
rather valuable.
Well, I don't have no way of dragging that with me, so I'll just make a note of that.
All right.
Will it fit in the bag of holding?
What's the bag of holdings carry weight? It's 500 pounds, isn't it?
Yes.
A little bit too heavy. You could perhaps carve it or chop it into pieces and load some of the silver into your bag.
No, that seems like a waste of time.
All right. It's up to you lot.
Trying to drag the giant metal door with us again.
Wow, that's a blast from the past. All right. So, you step past the
So-
mirror.
So
Yes,
the Fey Elf things we know, they don't happen to be weak to silver, would they?
Make an Arcana check for me.
Can I? Oh, what profession am I today?
Yeah, it's a good question.
That is Arcana. That is.
Oh, what? No! Okay, Griff, I'm going to take a screenshot of this.
I believe you. What is
No,
it?
I'm taking a screenshot of this.
Okay.
25.
Nice. 25, lady.
Yeah.
They are. Fae are weak to cold iron. Specifically.
Cold
Hey.
iron?
A unusual type of metal found in. You're familiar with, you've heard of cold iron, mostly from myths and legends, usually found in the highlands in the north of Belarus. A particular kind of metal that is known to drive off fey folk, fairy, unsele, and the like. They have a vulnerability to it. It seems to cut straight through their glamour and enchantment, messing them up real bad.
Well, that would have been nice to know. Well, I mean, we didn't know that was going to be Sailor.
What do I know about this mirror?
Would it happen to be made out of cold iron instead of silver?
Roll a d20 for me, and then add your proficiency bonus.
Alright, I'll roll my mirror making check.
That's what we're doing.
It says I rolled a natural 1, but because I get to add proficiency, does that mean I get to use my thing where I can count it as a 10?
No. But
Then I know fuck all about this mirror. I was a terrible mirror maker.
you know, like as a mirror maker, you know that a mirror of this size would only have been sold to the most affluent people. Soccer players, peasants, maybe even that guy that shovels the dung. Surely, no normal human, no mortal person able to afford such a fantastic piece of artistry.
And to just dump it in a lake.
And just dump it away.
I don't know why it's showing dragon films. Wait, what's a film? Why is it showing dragon moving pictures?
Visions?
Maybe we should just
Would this
break
count
it.
as Jetsam or Flotsam?
I don't know.
The answer is neither, because this is
Yeah,
not
because
a
it's a
sea.
lake. I was gonna say, unless...
I'm googling it. Alright, so what do you find gentlemen do?
Can I attempt to go and poke at the mirror?
Sure. You walk up to the mirror, take out a dagger, give it a good jab, see if anything untoward happens, and the mirror surface remains polished, smooth, and unbroken.
Is there anything on the bottom of the mirror?
Sure. You glance at the foot of the mirror. The legs ornate and wrought to resemble dragon claw. And you see a carving, Liddy. A name or maybe an invocation. You're not sure. Let me paste it for you in the club chat.
Oh, good. Huh. Wait, what language is it?
Draconic.
Oh, I could read that then. I'm just like, yeah, scribbles.
Scribbles.
What you looking at?
Okay.
Liz?
Is that a name or a...
Hey, people, we got some scribbles here.
I don't know, does anybody here speak Draconic?
I
No.
do.
Well, then you're welcome to read it.
Cliffagid? What's that mean? I speak Draconic. I don't recognize that word.
Yeah.
No idea.
So actually, on so was that written at the basically the back side of the mirror, or just on the rim of the mirror?
Under the mirror itself, if you're looking at the rim of the mirrored surface, at the very bottom between the two legs that are keeping the mirror standing upright at the bottom
Okay.
of it.
But yeah, I think the back of the mirror. Is there like anything there, or is it just silver?
A smooth polished surface, much like the front.
Okay.
Maybe
When
it's
you-
like a
Actually, Liddy,
know, the
when you look at the rear of the
manufacturer's
mirror,
stamp.
when you look at the rear of the mirror, you see exactly the same image, the one you saw on the front, of the dragon sitting in front of the mirror, preening at itself.
Yeah.
Except this time it's dead. It's just a rotting skeletal corpse, looking into the mirror itself, preening, running its claws and talons down its scales. But dead. Rotting.
That's interesting. Weird phrase shit. We should probably continue on so we don't die here with the mirror. Anyone got ideas with the mirror?
I push it into the lake.
Okay. You take a few minutes and slowly haul the enormous silver mirror and push it over into the surface of the lake, where it falls flat with a slightly pale green tinge of magic before gurgling and disappearing beneath the waters itself.
Okay.
You continue deeper, ever deeper, to the forest. Once more, from around you, echoing, unsure whether it's from behind you, or to the left, or to the right. You hear the sound growing ever louder and approaching. Drag thump. Drag thump. Drag thump. Drag thump. What would you gentlemen like to do?
Should we hide again?
Probably.
Might be an idea, yeah.
Alrighty.
Maybe we should just say hi.
Do you guys want to say hi or do you want to
Yeah,
hide?
It could help us.
Or it could try and make us into more corpses.
This is very true.
I mean, do you want to try and talk to it?
Drag thump. Drag thump.
Might as well.
Fine, I'll go talk
Otherwise,
to it.
we'll be stuck in these damned forests forever.
Alright, I'll go talk to it.
Put yourselves on the board where you are currently, where you would like to be.
Wherever things coming from.
You're not
And
entirely sure.
you two should hide first, so you will get all the surprisey stuff on it.
Did the two of you wish to hide in the trees?
Sure, I'll climb the tree. Actually, no. Is there a lake here?
There is a small depression with water in it, but it's not really deep enough to be referred to as a lake.
I
not
lie
gonna
down.
hide.
I crouch
It'll-
down in it.
It'll basically be difficult terrain, but it's not deep enough for you to like submerge yourself in. It's like gonna reach up to your knees.
Oh, that's not deep enough to hide in. I'll go and I'll climb a tree.
I'm not going anywhere near the trees, just in case one of them
Oh,
comes
yeah, that's a
alive.
good idea. I'll just use
Wow.
my amazing stealth skills and just hide in plain sight.
I'm not gonna hide.
You're just gonna get like prone and like cover yourself with some leaves, Cleve? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I just do an interpretive dance as a tree and hope. That
I'm
it
gonna
moves
put this
like a
out there.
tree.
It's probably not gonna be terribly effective, but sure, if you want to do that, that is fine.
You don't know.
Where are you hiding? Not Brian.
I'm not hiding. I'm keeping my distance.
Okay, so nobody's
I'm
hiding.
gonna stand. Yeah, I'm gonna stand here close to the edge of the water thing, this pool, and just be ready. But I'm not going anywhere near those trees. Not again. More of those fuckers might decide to no.
Alrighty. The rainfall carries on, persistent, drizzling, oppressive. And for a moment, everything is quiet in the clearing. And then you hear drag thump, drag thump, drag thump. Sound echoing weirdly in the trees around you, coming from all directions. Until, eventually, you see the enormous, rusted behemoth step out from the trees. Its eyes glowing a strange pale blue light, glancing around at you with a odd eagerness that belies the purpose moves with. I would like you all to roll initiative.
Oh no.
Lady, creature looks at you steadfastly for a few seconds and tilts its head, almost as if it's having a hard time interpreting or deciding what you are. Before you see a flicker of dismissal in its eye, it looks away from you and immediately fixates on the form of Cleef and Thyra. Whatever it is seeking, you are not it.
Cool. I rolled a 1.
Fantastic. So we can put Shrimp at the bottom of the initiative order.
I roll a 24.
Jesus Christ. Cleef can go at the top. Thyroid, how much are you?
25.
24 and 25. Good God. That is pretty good. Corpse Taker, where are you going to be? I'm going to put you down here, eh? Except between Cleef and Shrimpy. Alright, Thyroid. The creature stops in the clearing, looks around, and you see its head swivel towards you. The spears, swords, and blades on its back all shivering a little bit, like anticipation. And then you hear it go as it fixates on Cleef and stares at him. What do you do?
I'm going to guess that whatever this thing is, it wants to touch Cleef in his happy place. So
So, what are you doing?
I
sir?
am-
Not hear any of that.
no, sorry. I am going to wait for it to come to me because hopefully it's going to try and move in a direction here to get to Cleef,
Alrighty, so you're just gonna
which
hold
is going to
your
put it
turn
through
now.
there. And yeah, for now I'm just going to hold my action until it gets within range. Till it gets close enough.
Alright,
I'm
you
going
draw
to
your
see what
weapon.
it does.
Yeah. Cleef, your turn. What would you like to?
Yell out to Cleef, just keep me between you and it.
I look over. Hi!
Alright.
And then go stand over here.
Cleef, roll a 1d6 for me, please.
Oh god. 5.
Okay. No problem.
I don't like the way he laughed.
Anything
Neither
else
do
you'd
I.
like to do?
Hold my turn until it looks like it's making an aggressive action towards me.
Alrighty. Corpse Taker's turn. It is going to walk into the river. 5, 10, 15, 20 is about as far as it can get. in
Does
the
it shatter the
range.
mirror?
It's near the mirror, but what it's going to do is, it's 3 squares. 1, 2, 3. You guys see it look at you and its eyes suddenly shimmer a bright, piercing blue. And then you hear from beyond the veil, Cleef! Cleef! And you see faint spectral images tinged with blue appear, wearing faint blue peasant clothing, robes, and all sorts of peasant garb. All of them looking at Cleef imploringly, reaching out with their hands, desperately grasping, urging him to join them. Okay, so that's the furthest it can move. That's the bonus action. Action! Then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's all of you in the range. No, actually, I think Cleef's out of range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, Cleef, you are literally 1 square out of range. You lucky son of a bitch.
Oh, crap.
Thyron, I need you. Oh, actually, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it's a cone. Never mind. I can't hit Shrimp as well. Thyron, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Okay. DC.
Just roll it, and I'll let you know.
20.
Nice, you pass. You see the creature suddenly almost hiccup, the metal floor making an unusual screeching, clacking sound, and it exhale a blackish green cloud towards you that washes over you, and you can feel your muscles seizing up before your hardy constitution throws off the effect, leaving you perfectly fine.
It's decidedly unhealthy.
It is its turn. So, now that it has committed its hostile action, Byron, what would you like to do? And then Cleef following him, what would you like to do?
Okay. These specters that are in front here, are they acting hostile in any hostile fashion, or are they just standing there?
You get the idea that getting touched by the spirits of the dead in any fashion would probably be a poor investment in your continued existence.
Okay.
They're not overtly hostile, but they're not going to be good for your continued existence either.
Okay. Right.
It's a big thunk right there.
I'm stepping there next to Cleef, and I am casting invisibility on him.
Oh. Interesting. All right. So you're casting invisibility on Cleef.
Yes.
All right. As you step closer and finish casting your spell on Cleef, Cleef, if you attack, you'll break the invisibility in effect.
Yes.
Yeah. But I'm hoping
you're-
that he can use it to his advantage. To at least sort of like get to a different position or something.
All right. So you're currently maintaining concentration on invisibility, and you have disappeared, Cleef, and that's your action. Anything you'd like to do with your bonus action or movements?
No.
All right. So you just hold position currently. Cleef,
Just
you're
hold
not currently
position,
invisible.
yeah.
What would you like to do? You're invisible.
Cleef is gonna go around to there.
All right. So invisibly, you move your way over to that side quite easily. Can it see anything? No, it cannot. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
No.
Alrighty. Shrimp, your turn.
Quick question. Does the Cavalier Collector, does it look like it belongs in this plane?
Make a Arcana check for me.
Uh, 18 plus 9 is lots.
It's a construct spoken of in legends and myths, but it's definitely something that is native to our plane as far as you know.
Okay.
And we are not in our plane.
Oh. Wait. Wait.
Very astute. They're not shrimp.
What do I want to do? Where's all my abilities?
Banishment.
Hit it
Well,
with a
I
stick.
think-
Not play anymore.
Drown it.
Whatever. Let's just do a level 1 spell at Cadaver Collector itself. Eat Incineration, Wisdom 17.
Oof, I say. Okay, let's roll it. Oops, that's the wrong dice. Roll a dice. Natural 20.
Okay, it saves then.
It is very saved currently, sir. Hold on, I'm gonna delete these dice.
You promised to do that at the beginning of the session.
I
Re-roll that
forgot.
save.
Do me.
I demand a mulligan.
Deleting right now. Delete. Delete. Okay, copy. Okay, I have a new set of D20s. Okay, anything else you'd like to do, lady?
Nah.
All good. Alrighty. So, creature saves, magic cast, resist, taking us back to the top of the order.
I just said, could you not? Is this really something that needs to happen?
It looks at you. For a moment, you almost see the metal eyebrows narrow for a moment, like it's squinting. And it seems to have a great deal of trouble seeing you, for whatever reason. And then it glances back at Thyron and then starts looking around, its eyes glowing brighter, trying to find out where Cleef is. Which means it is currently Thyron's turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I am going to move down there.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so far this thing hasn't actually actively engaged in hostilities, has it?
Other than trying to breathe in a
other than
sharpie press on you.
other than trying to breathe on me. So, having breathed
No.
on me, I am going to assume that it does not wish to be my friend. So, I am going to cast Magic Missile at it.
Alright. How
I
many
just wanna-
darts is that?
I'm casting it as a first level, so it's only the one dart. And
I think it's 3 plus something for the first level.
yeah, it's 3 darts, 1d4 plus 1 per dart.
Okay. Go for it, sir. Invisible cleaves it all the night.
So that is 5, 4, and 3 damage.
5, 9, please. Alright.
9 and 3 is 12 in total.
You see the
I'm just wanting to
darts-
see, does the magic missile, does it actually, can I see if the effect is lessened in any way on impact, if it's somehow able to resist the effects of the magic missile, or are my missiles are the darts striking true and hitting
Ooh.
with full force?
That's very clever of you. Kind of makes me wonder if you have access to the monster strike stat block.
No.
You see the darts slam into an invisible barrier surrounding the creature, slow momentarily, and then puncture through, like a cellophane bag being punctured by a needle, and you see them slam into it with full force. Whatever you did, managing to bypass whatever innate resistance the creature possesses.
Okay. Cool.
It did do full damage, although it does seem like it has some kind of magical defense, which was not enough to save it in this particular case.
Cool.
Alrighty, Cleef, you're an invisible. What would you like to do?
I stand perfectly still. Actually, no.
Okay.
I whisper just quietly over to Shrimp. Hey, we could just leave. It can't see me. We could just walk away.
Okay, I guess. What about Thyroid?
Well, shout at him. It doesn't seem to care about you two.
I mean, it does seem to
It
be one murdering
breathed shit on me.
Thyroid.
I don't think it's going to leave me alone.
Yeah, I think it's trying to kill Thyroid as well.
Who knows?
Do we really like that guy?
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of rude not to, like, just leaving him here.
He's new and he's upsetting the status quo.
I not really.
That's
We
a Friday
shouldn't
night.
really leave people behind. That's just rude.
Is he a people though?
Yes.
Damn it! Alright, I stay still.
Okay, make a self check for me. As you attempt to be completely still.
26.
Jesus. Okay, well this poor bastard's never finding you.
Alright, can it see me if I roll lower than, or can it see me on a 23?
I guess we'll have to see.
Because my stealth cannot be lower than 23.
Good to know. So, Siren, you've gone, Cleef, you've gone. Creature stops. The rusting metallic appendages freezing in place. It glances around. Slowly but surely, you see the shimmering ethereal blue spirits. Where they are. Trying to find something or perhaps someone. Occasionally you hear a moan coming from one of the spirits. A sound forlorn and wreathed in sadness, answered by a creature itself. Siren makes no more attempt to attack you. Stomps over to you, Chirump, and then walks past you, roughly shoving you out of the way, ignoring you completely.
Oh dear.
Chirump, what would you like to do?
Well, it seems to be ignoring me in third. Hey, Tarian, whatever your name is again. I think we should just kind of ignore it, or try and run away from it, so, try not to die, okay?
Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be doing its own
Not
thing.
dying is definitely on my to-do list for today.
Yeah, basically I'm saying we're running away, because we don't feel like fighting this thing anymore.
What about our companion?
That would be fine. We'd probably sneak his way through the 9 hells if he wanted to.
Well, we know that this creature is after him. Who's to say it's not going to keep following us?
True, but we can still avoid it. You know, be sneaky like we did before. This time it just didn't work because we were trying to talk to it. And it doesn't want to talk, so we know it doesn't want to talk. Also, this was a very long discussion for 6 seconds, so I'm gonna stop here now.
Here looks at you.
Bruh, indoor voice.
Bruh. Okay. Shut anything else you'd like to do on your turn? Talking is
No.
a reaction. Titan, your turn.
Okay, well, following Shrimp's advice, I am going to cautiously move my way around. I was there, so 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. I can, yeah, I can double my movement if I just move, hey?
Yeah, if you dash, double your movement.
Okay, so that's another 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets me to about there. So I just want to put some distance between me and these spectre things.
Alright. Anything else?
Because I figure we're going to head towards, you know, the side here where Jaffa's, where Matt's stuff is. I'm assuming that's our exit point.
Cleef, what would you like to do?
Cleef is gonna sneaky breakily walk his way over to here.
Right, you sneaky break your way quite successfully. Not gonna bother rolling for this man's passive perception, considering your rolls are so stupid high. Anything else?
No.
Yeah. Corpse Taker. You see it suddenly seize up, as if a seizure is shaking it. You hear the screech of metal on metal, purely lubricated joints, as it looks up into the air at the boughs of the trees above you, and go. "Ah!" Walking your way, with purpose, seeking, searching, looking, something, or perhaps someone. Shut him! Your turn.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna start walking this way.
Alrighty. You guys make your way out.
Saunter over there.
You make your way out of the clearing as the creatures slowly start drifting up. Ethereal forms of the specters becoming ever less visible until they disappear completely. You hear the thud of its leg, of its feet, on the deep loamy earth. Drag thump, drag thump, drag thump, as it moves ever deeper into the forest in search of someone.
No, technically we won that encounter. It ran away.
Leaving you standing in the forest clearing, your companion invisible, the two of you unscathed,
Yes.
and then a small coating of corrosive material covering your armor. Thought it.
I need to wash this shit off my armor.
No, what do you gentlemen do?
I want to check out that lake quickly because I want to wash this crap off my armor.
The pond.
Yeah.
It is simply a pond of somewhat stagnant water, moss, and unlimited unfriendly scattering, but it's just a normal pool of water as far as you can tell.
I want to cast detect magic on it. Just call me paranoid.
Sure. Everything around you is magic.
You go blind.
The ground,
Oh my
the
God.
walls, the water, the trees, the air itself, everything vibrates with the various strains of magic. What are you choosing to focus on?
The pond, just to see if there's like what kind of magical effects are.
Even the pond
Is it
itself
safe to just
vibrates.
like wash?
Yeah, it should be safe.
Okay.
You've been standing around. Oh, Cleve, somebody's been standing around. It vibrates with transmutive energies, but does not appear hostile.
Okay, well, I wash my armor and I turn to my companion that I can see, and I tell him, look, at some point we need to rest. You guys might not need to take a break, but I do need to rest. How much time do you guys need to rest? Maybe we can set watches.
4 hours.
Because I need eight. I need
It's
8
oddly
hours of
specific
rest.
that I know exactly how much I need to get back to full strength, but I just feel it in my heart. 4 hours.
Okay. What if we take watches? Shrimp, how much time do you also require such a short rest period, or do you require a longer? rest period?
6 hours in an active. Yeah, I just need to be 6 hours in an active motionless state. But I'm still completely awake while doing that, so I can just stand guard. Like that's fine. I'm always awake. I just don't move.
I think we do need to. We need to rest up and try and figure out what the hell we're gonna do, because why is that thing looking for Cleef though?
Well, I thought I was looking for bodies, but for some reason ignored you.
And,
So,
I think
just
it specifically
don't know
wants
what
dead
you are.
bodies.
It's very astute of you, Hippo.
It does seem to be covered in dead bodies, and it did like the dead bodies.
Are you
Right?
saying that you're dead?
I wouldn't exactly call myself 100% living. Things happened. Slippers were stood on, stairs were fallen down, heads were impacted upon wall. It's fine. I got better.
I got better. I walked it off.
Very well, Commander Shepard. Okay, so shall we rest here by the lake then for now and just try and recover our strength and continue on our search for the tower / building that we're heading to?
Sure.
What's the worst that could happen?
Does anybody here speak Elvish?
No.
Sorry, does anybody speak?
Elvish.
Yes.
Okay. So, you fine gentlemen are going to take a rest here, I take it. You set up watches. It's still day, since this has been morning after your previous evening of exertion. All around you, nothing but forest, rain, but no rain that reaches the loamy floor upon which you decide to make your bed for the day. The rain seems to stop as soon as it hits the tippy tops of the trees, just gone. No water drips down, no rain reaches you, just the sound of the rain pitter-pattering down eternally. Who's on first watch?
Oh, I'll be on all watches.
Happy. Make a perception check for me.
Uh, 18.
18's pretty good. You hear a woman's voice, observationally talking to a male voice that you hear speaking to her in return. Yes, onegaishimasu, maragasu. And then you hear the male respond, Hi, look at that. They seem bemused by your current plight. You're unsure from which direction these voices are coming, or what they're saying.
Okay. I don't really do anything.
Rest of your watch passes eventfully. Who's taking second one?
I guess I will, because if yeah, we only need 2 watches.
Yeah.
Alright. Cleefy. Cleefy. Where's my Cleefy thing? Where's my
I'll
Cleefy?
still technically also be there because, you know.
Yeah, I also was technically
Because
still
Neddy's like a creepy pervert. He's always there, always
just
watching.
just like Cleef. Always listening.
Yeah. The only difference is whether or not they're moving while they're perving everybody else.
Cleef. The watch passes uneventfully. Occasionally in the distance you can hear a crackling sound, like a large bonfire, with what you think may be the sounds of screams cut short. Other than that, the watch grows silent, the hours drag by, and they pass uneventfully. Good evening, you gentlemen. Late afternoon. Wake up, Mr. Thyron. Refreshed, your arcane might recuperated, ready to push on deeper to the Feywild.
Cool.
Your level of exhaustion dropping away after a long rest.
Yay.
So,
I asked my companions if anything happened while I was resting. So apparently they.
Just some. Just some Elvins speak.
Elven speak?
Yeah, I heard a woman talk to a man, and the man talked to a woman. Didn't actually do anything, they were just speaking.
Do you know what they said?
No.
Can you remember what they said?
No, I don't know how to. I didn't
I'm a
I didn't take
hoity-toity
note of
elf.
language.
Oh, my head is so far up my ass. Oh, I love myself so much.
wow, it's like they're just here. I can hear them.
Wow.
Fear me and tremble, oh non-elf.
Cleef made it pretty good. Cleef was pretty close.
Could you tell from which direction the voices were coming from?
That is indicative. Just around laughing at us in our misery.
Okay. I turn to my companion. I'm going to try something now.
Good
So
luck.
maybe we can get them to come to us. And I call out in, I'm gonna just sort of like just speak out, not like yell, but just speak clearly in Elvish and ask if the Lord or if there's anybody out and around here with us. And if
How exactly are you framing your request? That's
Oh.
very important.
Okay.
Hold on to your hit dice, boys.
Okay, what do we know, or given what we know of the Feywild and
Literally
everything that's
nothing.
happened so far? No, given everything that's happened so far, I suppose it's going to be in my best interests to try and be polite about this.
I don't know, speak to your companion.
Everyone's polite to elves. Be rough. Be new. They'll probably love that kind of shit.
And
if
also
they
be
don't-
very careful as to how you pronounce everything, because they do love their boggins, and they like to be lawyers about it. So if you make a request, be very, very sure that you have your fine print ready.
Okay, let's try this. Oh yes,
No,
laugh
Griff.
it up,
This
laugh
is
it up.
this is how Thyroid dies. Not being left behind. Talking to elves.
This is how everybody dies.
And let's make sure that Cleef and Shrimp aren't part of any bargains. Make. At least any negative parts of it.
So what is
Okay,
Thyroid
yeah.
doing and what is Thyroid saying? Do tell.
Byron is going to just not going to yell, just sort of speak out in general. And just to start with, in Elvish, is there anyone here?
Oh, that's general enough. Nothing.
Just
Cleef
in
says,
general.
"Hi, me."
Can Cleef speak Elvish?
No.
Nothing.
Okay.
No reaction. Like, luckily that is too general to draw anybody's attention.
Yeah. Well.
Or anything's.
Okay. Would may we be permitted to speak with the Lord and Lady of the realm?
As you say, Lord and Lady, it's as if the words themselves are large stones that drop into a deep pool, sending ripples thrumming out throughout yourself and your companion's bodies, causing an itching sensation in the back of your teeth. Very uncomfortable. The first repetition.
No response?
From what you know about them, they generally don't reply on the first response.
Okay.
Yeah, they really like the number 3, so try it 3 times.
I repeat my request twice more. With a
Second
pause
time.
between each.
Second time, you do the same. You hear a thrum, like an invisible drum skin has been stretched tight across the entire region upon which you stand. The ground itself thrumming with power, echoing out in every direction. An ache in your teeth and bones intensifying for the 3 of you. The sky overhead gets darker. The rain becoming
Shrimp doesn't
more
have teeth.
sinister in aspect.
It's about obsidian bones, they rattle.
Does
Rattle me bones!
Does Clef have teeth? I've never needed to know this.
Clef has, I guess.
Steve has
third
one tooth. It's his favorite one.
third time you repeat your request, there is a flash of thunder. Enormous, loud, echoing. And as soon as it fades away, the echoes rebounding from the trees. Standing directly across from you, 5 feet away from you, stands a man and a woman. The first, the man himself, pale, so pale as to almost appear to be blue tinged, wearing armor, elaborate, intricate, fine, more detailed than anything you've seen before. In his hand, a bow, sheathed at the side of him, a sword, long and curved, his hair itself palest white you have ever seen. By his side, a woman, the color of autumn leaves dying before the onset of winter. Rich auburns and golds fading to white and brown, representing her armor. A shield, a sword, and a bow across her back. Both of them looking at you with yellow, glinted pupils like cat's eyes, slitted, and staring at you intently, making you a little bit uncomfortable. And noticing your discomfort, you see both of them smile, their teeth sharp and needle thin, like the deepest creatures from beneath the earth. And they curtsy and bow. And you see the Lord of Verano say, "So, which one of you impertinent little mortals spawn has gone out of their way to die today? Please do tell." And you hear the lady behind him titter a little bit at his witticism.
I bow and
You hear
I
her
thank the
snort
Lord
a
and
little
Lady for granting us an audience.
As you bow, you hear the woman snigger a little bit, like she just saw an ape try to do some ballet. She's much amused by your ungraceful movement.
Yeah, well, grace has never been one of my strong suits, so... You know,
So, what bargain have you come to make with the Lord and Lady of this fair town? Please do speak up, for we are busy, and have many more lives to oversee.
bollocks.
Do you not have a plan?
Can I just whisper over to Shrimp? Pull up a chair. Things are about to get juicy. Clink pulls out some popcorn from the back of holding. Hands some to Shrimp.
Shrimp munches, spits them out since he has no stomach.
Yeah, I'm just trying to...
I have no mouth. So I just take the popcorn and mash it where my mouth would be and just like have it fall.
You just throw it against your face and it all like bounces off.
Yes.
Glorious. So, Thyron, what is your response?
Wow.
I would
thanks,
like to
Bob.
point out once again that you chose this.
Yes, but I'd like to thank like the other guys for like, wow, their support is overwhelming here.
Hey, Elves. Us two, no part of this. All his idea.
So noted. Any boons or dooms will be his sole. Strange one.
I mean, if you want, I'll just ask, and I'm directing this obviously to Thyroid over there.
Okay.
Speak, mortal. Your time may be fleeting, but ours is precious.
Yeah, sorry, just give me a sec.
And it was at that moment that Thyron realized that bargaining with the Fae was probably a terrible idea.
It seemed like such a good idea at the time.
I have an entire Xanathar's chapter open about Unsale bargains currently. It's pretty great.
Wow, you know that's not inspiring confidence here, Griff.
I'm just saying, I love the fact that they have like 30 pages about this. It's my favorite part about Xanathar, it's not gonna lie, because the Unsale courts are awesome.
Yeah, and how to screw over your player character. God damn it! Okay,
You chose this.
yeah, well,
did.
I was trying to. I wanted to find out who the speaking voices were while they were laughing at us.
You're more than welcome to ask them a question, just be prepared to pay the price. And make a bargain, my
Yeah,
dude.
that's the bit that worries me is asking questions and the price for just asking a question as opposed to making a deal. Okay.
My guy.
We are going to just preface this in general to the dungeon master. This will all be said with the as much decorum and politeness as can be mustered. Just as a FYI. And we're going to I am going to be fairly straightforward and tell the Lord and Lady of the Realm that we are on a quest seeking stones of great power that contain the essence of a god, and that in their infinite wisdom, if the Lord and Lady of the Realm would grant us, or well, in this case, it's going to be me, if they would see fit to grant us the boon of guidance to help us in this quest to collect these stones.
Play face palms.
Sure. Alright. So you want them to just help you find the stones and collect them, correct?
Hang on. Because you're the way you said that is sort of like, ooh, I'm going to fuck you over so nicely now.
They're
If I read between the
Unsale.
lines.
We
They're
don't want them.
Unsale. That's literally in the job description.
We don't want them to help us find all the stones. We know where most of them are. It's just the one specific stone that happened to be in Baranovici.
Specifically, we are looking for the stone that is said to be here in what was the city of Baranovici.
It was on the Burgermeister's staff and he gave it to us.
You see the woman walk behind you, so now you've got one of them standing behind you and one of them standing in front of you.
This is gonna hurt.
And you see her like lean over and then just bite your earlobe hard enough so that blood starts to run. And you see her step back, and Cleef, you see her lick her lips. Like she's just savored a delicacy. One of the most delicious chocolate she has ever eaten.
Tasty, tasty earlobes.
Well, I suppose it's not often that the Fae encounter a Goliath, so...
See her reach forward with one index finger, ever so slightly. Wait for a drop of blood to form. Take it out, and then draw a half circle with a curl on her one cheek, while she stalks behind Byron, waiting for the rest of his request.
Well... Okay, so having explained to them that we are specifically seeking the stone that was in Baranovici, as the Lord and Lady of the Realm, it is only fair to then assume that you would be the most knowledgeable of all in this realm.
He smiles at you, but of course. You simply need to speak your desire and the bargain will be struck for a small price.
May I ask as to what that price would be?
You simply wish the stone wishes to give it to you into your possession. And in return, we need to give you a stone's price for you to pay. Yes? Something slightly weighty, something somewhat heavy, something a little cold, and something a little hard, wouldn't you say?
See, now the way you say that, Griff, I really don't like what's gonna happen next.
Offer them that bitchin' mirror we found.
Something. A small thing. For a stone, it's not a small object, but it can be a fairly heavy object, wouldn't you say? Do you agree with me, my boon companions? And he looks at you, Shrimp, and Cleef.
I do not utter a word to them. Shrimp, give them no ammunition.
I see some of you travel the path of wisdom, although not all of you. And he looks at you, Thyron. Very well.
No.
I will offer you this boon that you request, and in return you will pay me a small boon in return. Something to equal the weight of the request that you offer. Very well. My dear, come here. And you see him like hold out his right arm. You see the lady walk from behind you, Thyron, and stand behind him, and he drapes his arm over her shoulder, both of them looking intently. Bring me dagger, rusted, that has never known air, and I shall grant you that which you seek. And then you see him smile and say, no strings attached, and then giggle.
Is this dagger to be found in a specific place?
Of course, it is right here. You see him take his left arm and gesture at the forest around you. Of course, you wish to make a second bargain, find the location of the dagger, I will be more than amenable for such a thing.
We retrieve the dagger for you, and
Return it to me, and I will return to you the stone which you seek.
I look over to my companions and sort of like raise an eyebrow at them. And greet it with silence.
Yeah.
Cleave,
Yep.
shut him? Nothing? Just Stonewall? Nothing at all?
Wow!
I'm eating popcorn. It'd be rude to talk with my mouth full.
Kind of like a shrug. I don't know shit. All I know is a rusted dagger that's never known air is probably in a lake.
And you know, if it's never known air, then retrieving it might expose it to air, and that might void the bargain. You should probably find out.
You've got a bag of holding.
That doesn't have air, that's true.
Technically, there's air and oxygen, though.
It's an extra dimensional space and we'll
I mean, in
fill
water.
it up underwater.
There's no air in water.
Well, there's oxygen in water.
Who you
How do you
arguing
know
with,
they're not
Shrimp?
gonna-
Okay, we're not going to argue with the disembodied invisible voice of Mr. Wilfred here.
Makes note. Oxygen in water, void bargain. Good to know.
You want to find a dagger that's encased in lead.
But it has to be rusted.
Ah, Schrodinger's dagger.
It's basically telling you to fuck off.
No, what are you talking about? They're making a bargain in good faith.
Hence,
No,
the telling
they're
you
not.
fuck off.
I would say I'm sure that bargain is inherently never in good faith. Let's be honest about that.
I don't know what you're talking about. So, do we have a bargain, mortal, or shall we make a second bargain to assist you in your first bargain?
We have a deal.
Fantastic. I'll set some of my less reliable questers to watch you, and if you are successful, I'll be here to provide you my most generous gift to fulfill my end of our bargain. If you need any assistance, you need but call upon me, and we will make a deal once more. And when you blink your eyes, they're gone.
Okay. Well, at least now we can have confirmed they do have the stone. And they know what it is.
But... Well, I'm all better than I was expecting. I was expecting a fight, to be honest. You know, blaze of glory kind of thing. That's one way of getting out of this hellhole.
Oh,
Dying.
there's a good chance that's still gonna happen anyway. That we just made a deal with the Winter Court, so they kind of like the whole death thing.
Although, lady, you do know from your intelligence check from last time about the Winter Court, they are extremely anal retentive about their bargains. They will never double cross or betray anybody that they make a bargain with, but they will hold to the letter of the bargain, if not the spirit.
Which means there's a good chance that I asked for the stone, so they'll give me the stone alright, and probably turn me into the same thing that's happened to the rest of the town. But
I
still,
can either defer nor deny any of that.
okay.
So, what would you gentlemen like to do?
Well, we've got to find a dagger that's never known the touch of air. So that means it would either be underground or underwater. Assuming air, assuming that they mean air as in surface.
That's a pretty good choice. So, have you got any ideas about how to go about finding said dagger? Because I surely don't.
Hang on, let me cast a spell for this. I would like to cast Contact Another Plane as a ritual.
Oh, shit! Okay.
Oh no, I'm just gonna ask very one stupid question, which is, does it even exist? 'Cause it's only yes or no answers.
Start spinning around. Is it that way? Is it that way?
Is it within a mile? Is it within half a mile?
Make a DC 15 intelligence check, Lenny. Or in saving throw, sorry, not a check.
Yeah. Oh no. Nope. Because it's a pure intelligence, so that's only +5, so that's 11.
It's
I'd go
intelligence.
insane.
Just intelligence saving throw, yeah?
Oh, saving throw. That's a +9 then.
Jesus.
So straight 15.
That is exactly the amount you need to pass. DC 15
Yeah.
saving throw.
Congratulations on not going insane again.
Exactly.
I haven't gone insane in the first place.
On the
What did
successful
you get?
save, you can ask the entity up to 5 questions. So, what are
Okay.
your questions, friendo, and who are you contacting?
Wait, do I need to specify?
Profit.
Yes. A demigod, or spirit of a long dead sage, or some other mysterious entity from another plane.
Jesus.
Jesus!
Freddie Mercury.
The ghost of
Freddie
Fane. He
Mercury.
digs holes. He'll know where it'll be buried.
I'll just like to point out that Freddie Mercury is definitely a demigod from one of my planes.
Is there like a forging demigod or a sage I could contact?
No. In Belarus, the only religion that you and other people have worshipped up to this point has been the worship of the Nameless One, the Nameless God. Nobody worships a pantheon or any other deity.
Contact the future nameless god.
Well, that's a god. I can't ask questions from gods.
The son of future
Demigods or
nameless
spirit.
god.
Some kind of.
Make a history check.
Dagger.
Make a history check. See if you can remember some historical figure or person that existed in the past that you can
Oh,
find.
I know you should ask.
Who?
You should ask the Dawnbringer. See if he knows.
Oh shit!
The Dawnbringer. Sure. I asked
Yeah.
the Dawnbringer.
Ah shit! Okay, luckily it's one-word answers. Okay, so, lady, you have 5 questions. You can contact the long-dead spirit of the Dawnbringer himself. What questions do you answer? Oh, I ask.
So how did the bargain go? A rusted dagger that has never known the touch of air. Does it exist?
Yes.
Okay, that's a yes. Does it exist on this plane of existence?
Yes.
Okay.
It's 2 down.
2. Anybody have any questions? And
How far away from it? Are we very far away from
That's
it as
not a
we
good
stand
question.
here?
The Feyrad is shifting and infinite.
Maybe.
3.
There's supposed to be a yes or no, not bloody maybe.
There's yes, no, maybe, never, irrelevant, or unclear.
Fuck. It's like a magic 8-ball.
Pretty much.
3.
I did not suspect that you boys could contact somebody like this who's actually like into you guys. It sucks. That's very clever, Hippo.
Is it in a lake or any body of water?
Yes.
Okay, we know it is that. Okay. Anybody get any smart ones, or should I just throw a dumb one?
Last question. Think carefully.
Yeah, anybody get? Please.
I know, you could always ask him what if he thinks we've done a good job with Homeal.
Nah, that's irrelevant.
The answer is yes.
Is it in the Feywild infested Barnavici?
Yes.
Okay. Thanks, bye. Talk to you later.
The spirit receives.
Okay,
That's a clever one, Hippo. Not gonna lie.
Me big brain sometimes, but
I know,
only
right?
very sometimes.
Very clever.
okay, so basically search bodies of water.
Yeah, and we need, Cleve, we need your bag of holding because we want to keep it in water. Because if you make it contact air, it'll void the contract.
Okay. Well, I was gonna scoop up some of this Feywild water anyway. Magic water might make good beer.
You never know.
Magic beer water. Truly.
I was gonna take a sip from a magic water pond and see how it do.
It's pretty okay.
Is it
It's a little bit
sparkling?
stagnant from standing a while, but yeah, like as far as like stagnant pools of water goes, it's like a solid like 7.5 out of 10.
It's the best stagnant water I've ever drunk.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's not the worst, not the best. It's like a solid like 75 out of 100. We'll drink again. Not bad.
So I scratched my non-existent metal beard, and it's just like, wait, aren't we just like next to a body of water? Is it just in there? And like, I ask these people. I'm not asking the spirit anymore, obviously.
The spirit's like, who knows?
Cleve goes and wades around looking for a dagger.
Yep.
Hold on. Oh, somebody at my front door. Give me a moment. I'll be right back. Cool. But yes, you gentlemen can think of things to do. I'll be back in 5 seconds.
I think I'll make a drink quick.
All right, I'll also be right back then.
Sorry about that. Alrighty. So what are you boys doing? You're searching the body
We are
of
searching the pool.
the pool. Sure, everybody make first investigation checks for me as you investigate the pool. Try and find some stuff.
I rolled a brain. I rolled a brain. Oh no.
7.
Thyroid, you find nothing except for the cool mud.
25.
Shrimp, you, being the methodical, intelligent, well, sometimes intelligent, but methodical being that you are, you section off the pool into 5-foot cubes and methodically go through it square by square, trying to find any daggers. However, you just come up with some leaves, a couple of sticks, and a lot of mud. There do not appear to be any daggers within this shallow body of water that you are currently standing next to.
Okay, so question also for you people is, what could a dagger mean? We know it's a rusted dagger, so it's probably an actual metal dagger. But just in case, would there be any other synonyms that you could refer to as a dagger?
Not that I know of.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Yes, same question. Since we're probably looking for an actual rusted dagger, but what could a dagger or a rusted dagger mean that isn't an actual, stabbing implement? Just in case. Also, this pool had nothing, so we should find another pool.
It could be like a picture of a dagger. A picture of a dagger's never gonna see air, is it? Because it's a fucking picture.
That's actually a very good point.
Okay.
Abstract representation of a dagger.
Would never see air.
That's a good point.
Because you'd paint it on something and it would look like a dagger, but it would never actually be there.
Oh shit!
Right.
Well, whatever it is, we need to find it. And it's not in this book. When we know it's in the body of water.
Okay, so we gotta head back to the city then.
Or we can go look in the silver mirror pool. Find it.
This was the Silver Mirror Pool.
Was it?
Yep.
Nope.
Yeah, we didn't leave here. Remember, we stood at the side of the pool and then rested. After the
Oh, yes, you're
mirror
correct.
got into the paint.
For some reason, I thought we went to a different locale.
No. Clef pushed the mirror into the center of the pool, the great big collector stupid thing. Stepped on it a little bit and then we rested here at the side of the pool.
I'm pretty sure we left.
You did indeed. After Clef pushed the mirror in, and then you guys left. But there's not a problem. I mean, there are many
No, we
pools
sort of
inside
gathered here on the side because the thing walked off and we stayed at the side of this thing.
Oh, yeah,
I'm pretty
you
sure
did
we
stay,
left.
but it was different pool. But it's all good. Doesn't matter. Alrighty. So, you find mental gin. What are your plans of action?
Run around headlessly, diving into every body of water we can find.
I'm sure there's nothing bad that could possibly happen. Alrighty. So, you find mental gin. You find mental gin, head deeper into the woods. On the lookout for bodies of water, which to investigate, find some daggers. Make a couple of investigation rolls for me as you guys travel through the woods, checking various ponds, waterfalls, the occasional small lake, pool,
15.
that kind of thing. Pretty good. Doesn't look like there's any daggers in that little forest pool that you found.
12.
12. Clef, you're pretty sure that little waterfall that you walk past definitely doesn't have any daggers in it.
What are we rolling? Investigation?
Yeah.
Not a lot. That's 17.
17. Yeah. Also, again, No daggers, as far as you can tell. Some regular ass water features in the forest. However, Keith, with your obscenely high passive perception, god damn.
Woo!
Woo.
Wait, guys,
You
I'm
do
getting
hear-
something.
You hear in the distance a roar, deep and thunderous. A roar that you have heard before. As well as the billowing flap of wings, enormous like sails. The unmistakable sound of a dragon. Familiar to you who have battled them before. As well as the cry of a woman and several smaller voices, higher pitched and frantic, the sound of children. And you hear a woman scream, "Quickly! Behind the tree!" Somewhere off the north. What would you like to do?
Oh, guys, I hear a dragon. Probably that one from the mirror.
Okay.
Sounded like it was about to eat some people.
Well, I mean, this is the Feywild, so it's probably bullshit, just trying to distract us from finding the dagger. Unless there's a dagger, unless a dragon can be a lake that has a rusted dagger inside of it, I'm doubtful it's gonna be helping us.
Has the dragon recently consumed liquid, and is its belly full of water?
Very possibly, who knows?
Maybe we should just go and have a cheeky peek, and if it doesn't look like it's got a dagger in it, we should leave.
I think it's just a distraction, but sure, let's go
Can
ahead.
I shout? Well, maybe hold on. Maybe I should just like shout something at the dragon. Yeah.
Sure, you can try it
Yeah.
into the-
See if
see
it's
what it hears.
real. I'll just shout out in Draconic. Yo, dragon. You right?
Yo, dragon.
Yeah, that's how dragons talk.
Dragon, your mum's at home!
Yo, dragon? Is that it?
Yo, dragon. You all right? Just checking in on him, making sure he's okay.
You hear a whoosh sound, and the sound of a tree splintering and exploding under the intense heat of dragon's breath, followed by a scream.
Well, someone just got vaporized. Maybe we should go have a look.
Well, it sounds like it's too late now, so...
I mean, I've got this cool dagger, and if it is a dragon, you know, I can make it better.
Okay.
Wow, truly
Wait.
the heroes of the world right here, boys.
Always want
So
to
wait,
fight
what
a
kind
dragon.
of dagger was your dagger?
So made
That,
from
that
a
was the dagger of many dice.
made from a dragon's tooth.
Hmm. Did it have, like, fire coming off it constantly in a way that air couldn't touch it?
It's not in a body of water though.
He's not giving.
It's here on my belt.
I know, but I'm just grasping at straws at this point. Sue me.
And also, it's not rusty because it's made of dragon bone.
You don't know. Maybe dragon bone rusts. In
Griff,
its
can
own
I do an
thing.
intelligence check, see if dragon bones rust?
Sure. While you're doing that, you also hear a high-pitched scream, followed by a concussive explosion and a roar.
Civilians are B mission. We need to know if dragon bone rusts. Do I add anything to that?
Intelligence bonus.
13.
You're pretty sure that dragon bone, being bone, doesn't rust.
Yeah, I don't think it rusts, shrimp.
Fine.
Alright. So we're going to go see this dragon, yeah?
Fine.
And
Yes.
Thyroid
We're gonna
over
see
there
this-
looks to be bouncing up and down at the thought of killing one. And you know, we've already... Thyroid, you know that we've, like, killed a couple now. Well, the same one a few times, actually.
Really?
Well, we killed one, then we killed his ghost.
Yeah.
Really?
It was kind of a bitch.
Wow. Okay.
Of 8 bits makes
Exciting
no
stuff.
makes no.
Was it not a bitch? Did it not get its ass handed to it both times?
Making notes. It's all good. Okay, so you guys engage.
Speaking out of character the first time around, definitely we made it.
Yeah, and then the second time, Shrimp pushed it into lava 100 times.
This is true.
Wow. So, you guys push your way through the forest path in the direction of the screams and yells, entering a small clearing in which you see an enormous red dragon sat on the ground. The shrubbery, trees, and most of the grass around it currently on fire, staring down an old peasant woman wearing, looks like what could generously be called a burlap sack of a dress, that is waving a tiny dagger at the creature, bellowing, get back, you beastie!" Behind her, a small boy and girl, both tear-streaked and currently clutching each other in terror, with the old woman between them and the form of the dragon.
Does the dagger look rusty?
Dragon, not dagger. The woman. The woman. See, now you've got me dagger, you bastard. Aha! The dragon itself amusing itself by breathing fire, carefully cutting off their escape and herding them ever closer to the flames about them. It seems to be amusing itself with their torment. It does not seem to have noticed you just yet. Is there anything else you gentlemen would like to do?
Does the dagger look rusty?
The dragon, damn it, there's no daggers.
I thought they
Wait,
said the
you
woman had a
little-
dagger.
Yeah.
Oh, the dagger, sorry, the woman had. Yes, it looks like a rusty peasant knife.
Yeah, but it's exposed to
It's
air.
not in water.
It is definitely exposed to air. She's currently waving it about menacingly at the worm before her, which is not terribly impressed by the dagger itself.
You two want me to try something stupid?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Just, like, I don't know, have something prepared to save my ass if needed.
I mean, if you want to get to it, I can teleport you there, like, instantly.
No. I'm good. Cleef walks out, just through the middle, in between the two.
Alright. Creature's back is still to you at this point.
No, I want to, like, the gap between dragon and woman, I walk through that gap.
Oh, you're just like walking in between it and its prey.
Yes.
Okay, so Cleef, you nonchalantly walk between the enormous dragon, almost getting singed a little bit, as the creature breathes fire once more, attempting to singe them a little bit, but not kill them. It seems to simply be playing with its prey. As you step in front of it, you see its eyes swivel around to you, like enormous yellow torches, beams of light falling across. You see gleaming dagger-like teeth, exposed in a smile, as you hear a rumble. Fresh meat.
In Draconic, I'm just gonna say, I'm looking for a lake. Have you seen any lakes around here, buddy?
The creature looks at you and then blinks. At the sheer audacity of this hairless monkey to walk in here and just ask it a question. Make a persuasion check, Mr. Cleef.
Oh god, this is gonna be.
Now this is a red dragon, not a white dragon, yeah?
That is correct.
And I don't have advantage on it. Damn.
This is
It's
gonna
fine.
be one of those epic moments.
Yeah, where I either die or I don't. There's 13.
He's let the DM roll a 1. He's let the DM roll a 1.
No, rolling that 20 because he's a piece of shit.
No, hold on. Let me see how the persuasion works when it's against something like this. Sick, because this is dumb.
Surely I should get bonus points for just, straight up talking to a dragon.
Balls.
All in all. Persuasion.
You do the god proud, Keith and Lee.
DC for such a check.
Commissar Yarrick applauds your courage.
Let's see here. Persuasion. This would probably be convincing parties. Warning 5. Assure dragon.
I'll
Okay, that's probably
Just continue
very
on.
odd.
You're obviously busy. I don't want to take up too much of your time. Just any lakes,
easy. Oh wow.
We've got
really
places
hard.
to be. We've got people to scare. You know how it be. I know how it be.
Sorry, I'm checking what the difficulty check for this is, because I've never had to check something this high before.
Oh no.
Wait, does the
hard.
dragon actually have to does the dragon have the shit DC that it's got to go up against?
It's got it depends on your request. So it falls into 4 categories. It falls into easy, moderate, hard, or very hard.
I
depending
would
on-
say, have you seen any lakes? Is fairly easy.
Easy.
Yeah, but you're also just some random human who just walked in.
But he asked a simple question, so it's in terms of
You know,
persuasion.
13, eh?
Yeah.
You fail that check. It blinks and turns its entire body, like it just like focuses full attention on you, just absolutely flabbergasted at the sheer balls of this hairless monkey to walk in between it and its meal and entertainment. Like, who the fuck are you to walk in between this dragon and its food?
Yeah,
and
but you
also-
see, that act in and of itself, that act of sheer balls, I mean, the dragon's got to respect that.
It narrows its eyes at you, Cleve, specifically looking at the mask that you are wearing. It's incredibly territorial, and you have just come in to its environ wearing a very audacious piece of body armor. And you hear the rumble as you hear the woman like start backing away, and you see them like now making some distance, like first 5-10 feet in, like gradually trying to get away from the dragon, as it now has its full attention focused on you. You hear a rumble. Well, aren't you just a brazen? Coming between me and my meal in your ill attempts to distract me. Have you any last words before I devour you and use your bones to pick my teeth?
Well, I wasn't trying to distract you. I'm on my way somewhere, and you're a big guy. You got wings. The peasants, they're just running away. They're not that fast. It'd take you all of 5 seconds to point me in the direction of a lake, but you've chosen not to. Good day, sir. And I start walking away.
Make a final persuasion check. Good taste.
Do I get anything to
Come on, Griff, you gotta give him something. You gotta give him
know
something.
the DC at sheer audacity, but yes, you can roll.
13?
Again.
Again, my dice rolled spherically.
That's 10, 13 minus. So DC 15 check normally minus 2 is 13. That is 13. The dragon just kind of like stares at you in sheer incredulity at the fact that you had the sheer audacity to walk in here, ask it a question, ignore it, and then walk the hell out. And you just see it, like the rest of you guys just see Cleve walk into the clearing, go, blah, 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 like Draconic, 'cause I don't know how many of you speak Draconic. You see the dragon like swivel around, give its full attention to Cleve, like smoke curling out between its teeth and its mouth. And then to Cleve go, well, good day, sir, in Draconic, just like, and like turn around and like walk out, and the dragon just kind of like sitting there blinking, like, what the fuck just happened? Who is this guy and what is going on? As Cleve walks back to you, before after a couple of seconds the dragon just kind of like, and then bounds into the trees. You hear some trees getting knocked over and smashed, followed by a roar and a scream cut short as somebody just gets torn apart.
Guys, you
In
didn't
the
know where the
tree.
lake was.
Oh, okay. I mean, I thought we were going to save those people, but I guess it's too late now. Onwards.
Wow. What alignment is Siren?
No, Tyron actually wants to go and
What
we've gotta
alignment is
do something
Siren?
to help those people.
What alignment are all of you guys? Just
I'm neutral.
Chaotic good.
Siren?
Lawful neutral.
A lot of lawful neutrality going on there, or a lot of chaotic gooding, I must
Filthy
say.
neutrals.
Filthy neutrals. So, you guys hear
Oh,
the
the thing is, I don't know these people. They may have actually done something to anger the dragon.
And, you know,
Yeah,
I gave
you
those
throw
peasants
me.
a chance to escape. Not my fault they can't run fast enough.
This is a decidedly evil approach, Hippo. But anyway, you guys hear the crack, scream, and bellow of the dragon, followed by silence, and then the merry crackle of flames. You hear the occasional chomp, tear, and crack of bone as it consumes its meal. For a few moments longer, you hear the sobbing of a small child, followed by a exhalation of fire, a crackling sound, a scream cut short, and then nothing but silence, followed by the crunching of bone.
We should go.
Wow. Just
Man, that fate all hits people
you know
hard.
that one of those peasants might have been able to help us. Just
That's if
Thinking
they
out
were
loud.
even real. Maybe Shrimp was right, and everything here is just imaginary.
Yeah, they could have been like shapeshifters. Maybe the dragon was the peasant after all.
Shrimp, what's happened both times we've seen a dragon before? It immediately attacked us. Did that one try and melt me? No. How very undragon-like.
That's a very good point. I mean, the one time we ambushed it, so I didn't have any other opportunity to really do anything. The second time, I was pissed that we murdered it. But anyway, the deed is done. Karma is probably gonna bite us in the ass, so let's keep on going.
well, the dragon is in the area, and if it is going to attack us, it probably knows where we are. So
Oh, I mean, it's the Feywild. It probably isn't real. It's just
Yeah.
some kind of evil morality test from these people.
Alright.
And we didn't fail it because we know it's not real!
Exactly.
Yes. So,
Eh.
you traveled ever deeper into the forest itself, leaving the dragon to its grisly meal, your fellow humanoids that once would have worshipped you as gods, getting devoured, torn apart, burned, the children dying an agonized death long before their time. As you head ever
guilt
deeper,
trip by the DM.
DM says nothing except what happened. A few hours pass, uneventfully. Another few hours pass, uneventfully. Midday, dawn. Grey, rainy, unclear. Still rainy, with no water or moisture touches the loamy ground of the forest that you are trudging through. Before long, you make your way out of the woods. Finally, into an open area where you can see small rock outcropping, standing sentinel above an extremely still pool. Or lake, really. 100 feet across, black like the void. No ripples, no movement. The surface mirror smooth and undisturbed by any movement.
Well, this looks
For to
promising.
be honest,
Promising.
probably our location.
So, how would you mental gens like to go about
We
finding
need
your object in the black waters of the lake?
First, we're gonna need some kind of container to hold it so it continues being away from air.
Oh, I've got the bag holding for that.
Yeah, but they're probably gonna want to see it, and we can't just like, yo, hey, it's in this bag holding, were you cool with not saying it? We're gonna need some kind of like jar or something.
Do you
Something
have a
we can-
jar
I don't know, do I?
I don't know, do you?
and a
Okay.
vacuum pump to remove all of the air?
Don't need the vacuum pump to remove all the air, as long as the jar is full of water.
I don't know, lady. It's your character sheet. You tell me, buddy.
I don't have German.
Say
I don't
yes.
know where it's very German. But that would be lying. So.
Yes, and
Shrimp is extremely neutral.
I have a water skin. I can put it in that.
No.
Well, it's something you need to be seen through.
Neck of the water skin is gonna be a little bit too thin as well.
oh, I'm sure we could work something out.
I mean, do you have more ink bottles? Because I do have one bottle. I can just fabricate those into a container.
Ooh, that's clever.
Assuming I held on to the empty bottles from my potions of healing, I have them.
Sure.
Wayne have oh, I don't
I have some
fabric-
empty bottles, potion of healing bottles. They're
Yes,
glass, I think.
Byron doesn't have anything like that.
So,
He's not rich like you guys.
says the man in it rolled up with wannabe adamantine armor. I'm not rich.
Yeah, well,
lying in the
he's not from Belarus, so...
I just found this shit lying in a closet. It's like dozens of them.
You're born with it.
Yeah, I mean, he's from Russia. I mean, fuck it. You don't
Yes, it's for
know.
mother.
You know, in
just came
Siberia,
out.
adamantine...
Maybe it's
adamantine weather
Maybelline.
too.
Maybe it's metagaming.
So, what are you guys gonna do?
If I like go and stick my head under the water, can I see anything?
No.
I,
What
you
is
want
our-
to do that for the first time. It looks very ominous.
Oh, I
Also,
did it
I would-
anyway.
I would like for you to make a constitution saving throw.
What's the worst that could happen? Bad?
Ooh,
How
bad are we talking?
6?
That is pretty bad.
But I'm gonna use a luck dice!
Aww.
11?
Not good enough. You just missed the DC of that one. Hit but roll D6 for me.
God damn it.
Just one.
1.
Ah, you lucky bastard.
you
You
lose
lose-
only one level.
You only lose 2 strength.
Oh god, no!
You feel yourself suddenly weakened by the waters of the lake. Your vitality leached away, your once somewhat robust old man physique now feeling much, much worse for wear.
How weak? How much strength do you need before like you collapse?
0, you die.
Well, yeah, but how long before I
think
just
that's
become an incapable movement blob?
How much do you weigh? It's 15 times your strength mod is how much you need to support yourself.
How much does Cleef weigh? Cleef weighs 130 pounds.
So, how much strength have you got?
6.
Currently, what's 8 times 6 is brain 48, so you
48.
collapse. You collapse.
No, but hang on, 8 times 8 is 64, so even with his normal strength...
8
he should
times
be able-
15, sorry. What am I saying? I miscalculated with brain there because I was looking at something else. That was the wrong modifier. No, wait, you're how much? 145?
130.
130. Oh, you're 10 Ks under. Yeah, you collapse. You have to take Tumble into the water and just collapse. And if he needed to breathe, he would have been drowning right now.
I grab him by his pants and pull him out of the water.
Just grab him by the ankles.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, more like by the back of the waist of the pants and just pick him up and step back.
What was that? You okay? You good, please?
No, the face is stuck in the ground and I can't move.
You paralyzed or something?
I don't know, I can't lift my head off. Please take my head out of the sand, please. I'm
Get
eating mud.
Semi-vertical. Set him up so that he's sort of upright.
He's up on a random rock. What's the worst thing that could happen on these standing stones?
Sorry, what's that, Liddy? What are you doing with standing stones?
Oh, laying him on it so he's like kind of like in a sitting posture.
Okay, so you prop Cleef up.
A strong
Yeah.
breeze blows me over.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
Quite literally.
You sort of like, I sort of like hold him up with one arm, just sort of like prop him up, and just like as he starts falling over, just you know, push him back into shape, and just like, okay, I'll hold him upright, and like, what the hell is wrong with you, man?
I have no idea, but I can no longer move. I feel heavy.
Like almost as if you had your strength zapped or something.
Weird that. It's alright, you go adventure. I'm just gonna sit here for a bit.
Alright, well, I mean, this world where we need to find this thing, and it's somehow cursed.
You're both remarkably calm about this.
I'm not calm, I am absolutely, completely done with this shit. I am completely run out.
I only appear calm because I'm suffering withdrawals from alcoholism.
So, what are you boys doing?
Well, here's the thing. It's late. We need to find the thing. What makes you weak, like, please. So, any bright ideas? Anyone? How do we, search it while also keeping the object not out of the water?
Very good question.
Because, like, I don't have the capability of draining it, but draining it would fail the requirements. Because, you know, if you drained it, it would contact with the air, with the dagger, since we don't know where it is.
A question to the DM. Would you... Okay, no, never mind. Shield only lasts for one round. It wouldn't last long enough.
Hey, Thyroid. The deal you made, did it say bring them or find?
Find.
Well, could you just say it's in this lake?
But we don't know it.
That we don't know that it's in the lake. We'd have to prove it.
If only someone had locate object.
If only.
If
If-
only.
Does anyone have anything that can make me walk again?
No.
As I
At a
slump
time.
over.
No.
Is that roasted knife a creature?
What's it, Lenny?
Is the rusted dagger a creature?
Is the rusted dagger a creature? Sure, let me,
Is it a mimic?
sure, let me roll to it and see if it's a creature.
Was it Thyroid the whole time?
Natural 1. Yes, it's a creature.
Amazing. Can I try and scry where it is?
You know what? Sure, why not?
Because I've heard of the target.
You have heard of the target.
Yes,
There's always the chance that he's going to roll a natural 20.
Yeah, how does scrying work again? You can cheat. Sampling of citizenry, the organist, make a wisdom saving throw with a modified. Okay. Wisdom saving throw, and it gains. Since I've only heard of it second hand, it gains a +5 to the save, which is a wisdom 17.
How much wisdom does a rusted dagger have?
I am raising a stats for an animated dagger. If it is fail. Your spell succeeds, Liddy. Your eyes blacken and become dark as your gaze turns far, far, far away from the plane that you're currently observing. And you see nothing. Just a murky darkness. Almost like water. With the sky above you just dimly permitting the very, very, very littlest amount of light into the pool.
Okay. How long does scrying last? Concentration up to 10 minutes. I would then like to shit. I don't have anything like Firebolt. Well, fine, this is fine. Are there pebbles around near me? Because I can kind of...
Sure.
You trying to make a disturbance in the lake?
No, I'm just trying to like. I would like to find pebbles, and I would like to cast light on them,
Okay. You find
and
a
then
rock.
kind of like. Then I would like to like go over the lake, throwing like at an angle, or just like going through the whole of the lake. Just trying to locate whenever I see the light go above it.
I like it. That's very creative. Sure. Why not? That's very creative. You guys see Shrimp mutter some arcane words, and over the next few minutes, he takes a small pebble that he picks up from the bank of the lake, casts a spell on it, which causes it to glow, and then starts yeeting that bitch into the water, using it to try and triangulate the location while maintaining his scrying spell, walking around with his eyes pitch black, not looking where he's walking in the material world, just walking out onto the silt of the river bottom, not even bothering to swim, just walking on the bottom because he doesn't need to breathe. I guess Scry is real time, huh? Doesn't actually say anything about it being a past image or anything, so yeah. Over the course of the next 10 minutes, you methodically narrow down the destination in this lake until you eventually end up in the very center of it, standing amongst some low stone walls that have long since been submerged beneath the waters of the lake, in the remains of a smithy. A simple blade lying on a rusted anvil, your glowing pebble lying next to it on the silt floor of this water feature that you're currently traversing. What would you like to do?
So wait, am I actually my physical form, like me, Shrimp, actually walking into water, and I haven't done the whole strength brain thing, or is this just me?
Well, we're gonna be doing that in a second. We need you to make a couple of saves for me.
I figured Shrimp would like fly above it and drop stones.
Ben, do you want to see what's in the water, or do you just want to drop stones from above?
I was thinking it was just like seeing the street go overhead is what I was thinking.
Okay, my bad. Okay, so you're just flying overhead, throwing rocks around.
Just trying to sort of look into the scry view, and it's like, okay, when he throws this rock, is there light near it? When he throws this rock, is there light near it?
Sure.
I just see it go overhead.
Alright, you fairly accurately pinpointed where it is. It's in the center of the lake, on the bottom.
Okay, so at the center of the lake, at the bottom. Question, how do we get there and get the dagger while also making sure that its kind of retains water around it? Any ideas?
Well, if you know, if the bargain was find it, you found it. It's at the bottom of the lake, in the middle. Just hover directly above it, and then when they get here, just say it's directly below me.
I mean, would that count? Do you want to attempt it? Because these technically...
Not really.
Actually,
If we can prove to them that we are willing to engage in the spirit of the pact, as well as the letter of the pact, they might be more inclined to do the same.
They don't care. They're unsilly. But we should probably bring it to them anyway, because
Yeah. Well, we could like try and craft some kind of boat or raft or lean-to maybe to at least get out there. Are there any boats or anything on the edge of the lake?
No boats, but many trees. Oh, staring at you. Quite intently now that you've mentioned making a boat.
The trees are staring at us.
Oh, yeah.
that's nothing new.
But there's no detritus.
Which one of you volunteers?
There's no detritus or like
The lake
no
is
refuse.
no weeds, no refuse, no driftwood. Just a smooth, almost featureless black mirror
Can I
reflecting the way back to you.
can I shout at the
Oh,
trees?
I have a couple ideas. One, I would like to use fabricate to make a boat. And two, I would like to use fabricate to make a two balls that interlock.
2 bowls that
And
interlock.
also, so it has it has a detachable rod on it, so it can be sunk into water.
Do you not just want to make like a diving bell?
Well, I don't want to touch the water.
Well, you don't touch the water in a diving bell. It's the whole point of a diving
Yeah,
bell.
but we still need dagger scooped from the water.
Can I shout at the trees?
Sure, what are you shouting?
Wow, think of how much these elfy people, the Lord and Lady, would love the tree that sacrificed some of itself to help them find an object which they desire. So I ask again, which one of you trees volunteers some of your wood? I say, staring up at the sky, incapable of looking at them.
Nothing.
Make sure you tell the elves, the trees, don't want to help them. Cleef has a nap.
Isn't there?
It's very tiring trying to hold his head up.
How deep? Well, I could see from being at the bottom and through the light throwing. How deep is the bottom where it is?
It's hard to tell because of the weird fish eye effect you get from looking up through the water, but about 15-20 feet, round about there.
Oh, okay. How would we know this? Actually, it would be very weird. How would I even explain what I'm trying to fabricate? But like a long pole that is basically like a ball, except it kind
It should
of
be like a grab hand, only you want to create an airtight container at the end instead of the hand.
Yeah, what I was thinking, it was like a watertight container. Like it's basically 2 balls, except it also kind of like one of them is smaller, so the bigger one can like overlap the other one, and it's like hinged, so it can open up and then be closed. So what I was thinking of doing is having the pole itself, and then like a smaller pole that can control the mechanism to close and open it, so that I can have, so it won't be like completely open. It'll be kind of like Pac-Man.
Okay.
Uh,
It's
so it'll look something like this. It'll be like partially open, like a quarter open. Then like I dunk it into water completely. Then use I don't know something else to scrape it inside, like scrape the dagger inside, close it, pull it out, and then like just saw off or detach the pole. So it'll be a ball that I can then open up and show it that yes, here's the dagger. It's in water. It never touched air. Fuck you. You fucking
Are you going to be riding on the surface of the lake, or flying, or how are you exactly planning on going towards?
Oh yeah, I just realized I can fly. I was thinking of making a boat, but I can fly.
I'm not going to say anything. All right. Cleefy has a nap. Tyron, you watch your mechanical companion transmute several kilograms of wood and dirt and other materials into a rather unusual looking weapon, a spear with an enormous bowl in one end that can be opened up. Followed by an arcane incantation, you see him lift off and fly over to the center of the lake. Liddy, I would like for you to make a sleight of hand check as you try and scoop this thing while completely blind into your container.
Okay, sleight of hand. I'm not very good at this.
You're trying to ragdoll this tiny little thing into your...
Sleight of hand. I probably don't have bonuses, but I want to know anyway. 7.
Dex is sleight of hand.
Yeah.
No dexterity, huh?
Nope.
Okay, and you start kerfuffling around on the surface of the lake. Instead of making you roll repeatedly and laughing at you, I'm just going to say, over the course of the next 3 hours, much like those machines in which one can maneuver the claws to pull the little dolls out of,
Son of a bitch! Fuck! Son of a bitch!
you eventually manage to scrape the dagger off the altar into your little cup construction that you've got with a little window from the potion that you transmuted into it with the fabricate spell. And you now are in possession of a dagger in an orb suspended in water. It took you
And
three castings of your flight spell, but you managed to do it eventually.
that's fine.
Shrimp
Jump
very
down.
carefully flies back to the base camp.
Is Kloof still a lump?
Cleef is indeed still a lump.
My head is like fixed firmly up. I can't see anything, so I'm having to ask Fireroid to commentate everything.
Has he got it yet? Has he got it yet?
What's happening?
It's like, ooh, so close.
How
Ooh,
can you
ooh, ooh,
tell?
It looks like he's got it. No, wait, maybe, wait, no, oh, no. That slump in the shoulder
Fire
right
doesn't
there.
even, Fire doesn't even actually see what I'm doing. He's just making shit up.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's riveting.
But Cleef's got his back to the lake, so I'm just rolling with it. It's riveting stuff. You really should see this. It's amazing what he's doing. Never seen the like of it. Your companion is just incredible. How are you able to function without him?
Barely.
So, you now are in possession of the orb, lady, as well as a water and dagger and pulley bending jiggy. What are you doing?
Well, I mean, jump is done. Let's start heading back. Fire, you want to carry Clee from there, or should we just try and rest here?
Well, we did say as soon as we had it that we could summon them, or
Alright,
they,
you can just let me in.
he said his people would let him know. So
Yeah. Okay, it is.
behind you.
I'll be saying since it's your bargain.
You hear behind you. That is very much correct, isn't that, darling?
Oh, okay, hello.
And as you turn around, you see the lady standing very close to you, Thyron, licking her chops and looking at you like a delicious steak laid out and ready to be eaten. You see her smile, revealing
Bow
some very pointed teeth. Yes, it does seem like they have managed to find our little toy, haven't they?
I bow at the Lord and the lady.
Oh, look, this one's managed to almost learn our way as if somewhat uncouth. Ah, so unfashionable. Look at it. It's just like an ape trying to imitate us. It's kind of disgusting. So,
Yeah.
I see you have our little bauble. Bring it closer. Let's have a look.
Would you, before I bring it, present the dagger to you? Would it? May we be permitted to see the stone?
That's not part of the bargain. Of course, we could make a new bargain if you wish to see the stone before you present the dagger. I'm sure for a small gesture on your behalf, we could
Well-
be persuaded to show you the stone before you grant us this little boon.
To be fair, the lady did have a drink the last time we spoke.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Give us some more. You got
sort
plenty
of-
of blood. Look at him. He's full of it. I say from the floor.
Okay, I shall.
Surely you're not coming into my home making demands of me.
No
That
demands.
would be incredibly rude and would call for some kind of response on my part. But perhaps
No-
you simply
No
misspoke.
demand.
And this
No
is just
demand, my lord.
Oh,
Merely a question that was asked. I sort of like pick up the contraption of shrimps and carefully walk over to the Lord and hand it over to him.
see
What
him,
you seek is inside.
you see him hold it up. blow, and the wood and construction just disappear, vaporizing into smoke, leaving nothing but the dagger in his hand. Hands it over to the lady. She licks the blade, and then throws it down to the earth, where it just appears into smoke. Forward now. Very well. You've fulfilled your bargain, and in return, the stone, as you wished. You see them hand a small grey stone to you, the size of your palm, featureless and unadorned. And with that, our bargain complete. You were most amusing, and I do hope you stick around some more. Although, if you were to die, I'm sure that would be amusing too. Unless you wish to make a small deal.
We thank the Lord and Lady for their courtesy, and if it pleases the Lord and Lady, we may we meet again under agreeable circumstances.
Most agreeable. We're rather looking forward to your death. We've heard you'll make the most pretty sprays and patty. But of course that's still to come. So until then, ta-da! And in between one blink and the next, they're gone.
I toss said grey featureless stone over to Shrimp and does that stone have any magical power?
I investigate with the stone.
Are you detecting a magic?
Munch it.
Man, I might as well just as a ritual cast identify on it.
It's stone. Very grey stone.
Normal stone, not of the things.
Definitely not of the things. Just a
Pyro, you're a fucking idiot.
pretty cool grey stone. Not a high temperature or anything.
I cast detect magic.
It's a stone.
Does it glow like everything else in this freaking area?
Oh yeah, but I mean, only in so much as it's a reflection of the plane that you're currently on.
Okay, so how is it possible that the stones do you guys have any
Doesn't
of your
even look
stones
like
on
the
you?
crystals like looking for.
Sorry, lady, what's that?
Doesn't it look like they're a similar like crystalline structure of the other
I'm gonna
crystals
say
we
it
have?
wouldn't look like a crystal because he said stone and not crystal.
It's just a rock, as far as you can tell.
You have a rock. Congratulations.
If I could move, I would propel that rock at high speed at your face.
I could just always throw you back into the lake.
I just make a little like I make a little light spell for myself and like just throw like one of a blanket or something I have over myself with a rock to hide what I'm going to do. And then I take the red stone. Do I still have the red stone? I keep forgetting where do I have.
Have a look at my list of stones. Give me a second. Let me just scroll down to the list of stones. Yeah, too many goddamn notes.
And because I don't have the green one, I think I have the red one.
Green one's the Razgor. The red is the mutation stone.
Yeah, right. Do I have it?
Yes.
Is it still
Can I
red?
touch the red one to this rock?
I need to see if that will do anything.
Okay.
Don't think it does, but I wanted to just check. Polymorph.
No, I'm basically just going through the making sure that they haven't.
I'm just checking to see if anything happens. No. You need to cast animate object on the rock, and then you could cast the redstone on it.
Okay, so it is literally just a dead rock.
It is a rock. It is an inanimate stone.
That's fine. I come from my blanket fort and just like, nah, it's just a goddamn rock.
They played us like a damn fiddle! Can Cleef attempt to roll
Sure. Where are you rolling to?
away?
Cleve makes a couple of half-hearted rolls towards the forest. Cleve, you make it like a couple of feet, but it's gonna be until your next long rest until you get your strength score back. So, friends, what is your course of action?
Well, I mean, we're probably gonna take a rest here since
Yeah.
I need spells and Cleef needs actual.
Cleef needs some help.
Nice.
Fire Fyron needs to sit in a corner and think about what he's done.
Yes. And also, let me drink that just to be 100% absolutely sure. I start like chipping at the stone to make sure there's nothing inside of it, like nobody's.
Sure. It's just the stone.
Mr. Wolford is getting this weird feeling that he's being super productive somewhere else.
Mr. Wilfred is now like, it's another 6 weeks now, because it's day 3 in the
Oh, I'm gonna have
Feywild.
so many train lines.
At this point, you've like linked the city with your trains already. You've like struck a trade deal with the dwarves. There are shipments via barge, river barge, and oxen coming in from the dwarf mountains of ore and steel. Lumber is getting cut from Homiel. The great train tracks are getting built. An enormous steam engine is slowly taking shape. There's enough carts to ship an enormous workforce over to the adjacent towns.
He's gonna be great.
It's pretty crazy as they take another rest in the Feywild.
Well, we don't know how to get the fuck out of here.
Whose fault's that?
We have failed to do everything.
Alright, so you guys are having a nice rest. The afternoon passes. Evening comes. It is now night. You have had a nice little nap after your 4 hours of adventuring. What would you like to do?
Okay, let's brainstorm how we get out of here.
No, we're fucked. We should just fight them and die.
I mean, you don't have to fight them at all. You're not here to fight them or to get out. What is your objective?
Well, we're not getting out of here. We're not going to be able to achieve our objective, so what is left to do?
That's very fatalistic.
And it's also 100% true.
Indeed.
We want to ruin our lives and war against those cunts.
Wow. Somebody
What
doesn't
do
care.
you eat my fist?
Somebody doesn't like Faye.
Shrimp,
Today's counteroffer is my fist.
if you want to challenge them to combat, go ahead. I'd like to go home now.
Good luck.
So if I look around, can we still see any trace of Baranovici in the like in? Yeah.
If you look extremely closely, you can see the occasional like fallen building where a wall has collapsed or the remains.
So we
of
are
it.
still in Baranovici in the city.
You think so? Yeah.
What if we just retrace our steps and just follow the path to where we came into the city? Because the whole fuck up was trying to find that stupid tower. So if we just go back towards the city and back towards the way we came in, that shouldn't have any directionally challenging issues, should it?
It will. It's the Feywild. Everything's fucked.
Wow, Shrimp does not care for a realm of pure logic, does he?
Shrimp, what stones have you got?
Purple, my own one, the burnt orange
Can't
one,
we just teleport back to Homemeal?
or the demon in the sky laughed at me when I said that.
What demon in
What
the
do each
sky?
what do each of your stones do?
Red.
Purple one is banishment. Red one is mutation. My own is. It says it's divination, but I've never actually used it successfully for anything except my own actual abilities. And then the burnt orange one is allows you to cast teleport.
Can I borrow the purple one?
Sure, but do you want to? I'll wrap it in some piece of leather or something.
You've explained how banish works before, haven't you? Like it sends people
Yeah.
back to where they came from.
Yeah.
I apply directly to forehead.
So, Cleef and Shrimp and Tyron, you're standing in the Feywild and Cleef is gone.
Is the stone still there?
Nope.
No.
Fuck.
Alright, give it a minute.
A minute passes.
Well, I guess we're stuck here for another day because I don't have banishment.
Cleef,
Shrimp is like, you fools, I saved the last bullet for myself. Byron is alone in the Feywild.
Cleef,
Hi.
you are, how does this work? You're on the outskirts of Branovici, looking at the enormous trees rising up from the once proud city. Canopy dark, ominous, but vibrant and green. You spot between the roots and loamy earth here and there patches of snow, like winter has come, but it does not seem to touch the drained, brown hellscape that is the exterior of Branovici.
Oh.
On the road leading into it, you see more of the red and orange crystal figures, the former inhabitants of Branovici encased in crystal, all staring at you with accusatory eyes.
Don't look
Yearning.
at me like that.
So what are you doing, Cleve?
Cleef's gonna take the time for the other two to escape to walk around the perimeter of the entire city, making signs saying "Do not enter." Shit's fucked.
Okay, so while that's going on, what are you two doing in the Feywild?
Nothing, because I don't have banishment prepared.
Okay, so what are you just gonna chill out, research the spell, or swap your spells?
Well, I will have to take a long rest to be able to sort it out.
Cleve, it's a good thing you don't need to eat or drink. 'Cause You
Right.
spend the next week or so painfully bereft of your companions. Oh, more actually. 3 weeks. Painfully bereft of your companions' companionship. Until, Shrimp, you memorize banishment the next day?
Yeah.
Followed by casting it on your friend.
Yeah.
Where are you from, Tyron?
From this plane. Just a...
No, but I mean, what
Oh,
town are you from?
fuck. Well, the idea I had was for him to come from somewhere in Russia to explain why there's a Goliath in
Russia.
Belarus. Yeah. So,
You find yourself
cheers,
back
guys.
in your adventure town. Hop.
Oops.
Shrimp. Which town are you from?
Before I do that, I just start throwing fireballs everywhere and disintegrate.
What, your what?
Fuck you, Austin! Fuck you, eat my middle dick!
This Warforce is gleefully tossing fireballs everywhere. Spending all his spells. Just fuck your cats, nigga! Fuck your forest! Setting everything on fire before banishing.
Do I see rising plumes of smoke?
You do. Like for the next like almost a month, Hippo. Like fire and rage in the Feywild. Lady, what town did you say you were from originally?
Vichy, not actually at Vichybisk, but from a ruin around it.
Yeah. You cast your spell, and you find yourself in familiar ruin, where you started your adventure. Vitzibisk.
Note to self. burn all the way.
Okay. Cleef, you gleefully carry on with your sign making. Putting up lots of little pickets and things going. Do not enter, you will regret. Dragon ahead, will get eaten. Phase or asshole, please stay out.
Every sign
just
is
like-
unique.
Every sign is like a sign unto itself. Lily, what are you doing now that you're in Vitskibisk?
I'm just gonna simmer in my hatred in like where I'm from for like a day to recharge all my spells, and also just to like look around from where I came from. You know, visiting home.
Sure, what are you looking for?
Nothing, just anything. Just kind of like poking around mindlessly while I'm like
walking the whole. Sure. How far away would you say that castle of yours where you were found is from your town?
Probably like 20 kilometers.
Okay. You wouldn't be able to see it from here. Alright. You spend some time walking the halls, just simmering in your utter hatred for everything else. You understand that the Razgor a little bit better now. It's your mood kindred. You're just kind of like, goddamn hell. You kind of understand a little bit more now about why he hates them so goddamn much.
So I take it this plan of like, you know, spending a century building an army to attack the Feywild is gaining traction.
Some might say so.
Yeah. Also in big bold letters. I'm actually writing it like into a piece of my own structure, just cold steel, cold iron, or whatever it was.
Oh my.
I thought you were gonna write like elves, assholes, or fuck elves.
Alright, after the so you recharge your spells, what is up to you, lady? What are you doing?
AFAB. All failed.
I wouldn't actually. Since I'm. Actually, before the day I do recharge that, because it was a day after, I can use my scrying. I'll go check where. This is before the day I recharge my stuff. I'll use scrying to check where Cleef is. I'll be using scrying. I didn't use it for any day.
Yeah, you see Cleef's like busy industriously putting up little signboards around Branovici. Looks a little bit more hairy. Doesn't look like he shaved in a couple of days, but
Is Baranovici still on fire?
it's you can see smoke rising from it. From the interior, there's definitely some kind of forest fire raging, as far as you can tell.
Okay, since I can technically see with scrying, can I also then use teleport to a location I can see?
Sure. Where do you want to go?
Teleport to Cleef and say, so.
Cleef,
I'm just gonna use scrying daily and then teleport daily to just gather us up first.
Okay, so you're just gonna tell the siren, people like, and then like, hey, we're leaving. Go to the next area.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. Siren, if you're like back in your hometown, a little bit disorientated, like, what the actual hell? And then you see Shirimbarat. Okay, we're leaving. And then off you go again the next day.
Wait, what?
Okay. Shirim
Sorry,
and
I
Siren.
still can't get that picture out of my head. I can just see this. Like,
Okay, Cleef, you're once more in the company of your companions, having teleported to you and out of the Feywild, as far as you can tell.
I don't know why, but when Shrimp said he did that, the first thing that popped in my head was this picture of Vagar. Just blasting fireballs at everything.
Free fucking elves! Alrighty, I'm assuming Hippo's AFK for a moment.
No, I'm here.
Oh, yes. Your two companions pop back into being almost a month after you've exited the Feywild.
Yeah, I just point over at the smoke. You're busy then, yeah?
I had a little bit of a mental breakdown, yes. Also, they all must die.
Oh, I concur wholeheartedly. and then we like bro fist handshake like from Predator.
Just out as one question, has Cleef actually recovered enough strength to do that?
Right, yeah, your strength comes back on a long rest.
When I see Shrimp, Shrimp, you son of a bitch.
Can't be beaten up.
Right. So, what is your plan of action, boys? Nearly 3 months of fast.
You should check on You should use your magic vision to check on Rascal and Brienne, make sure they're still alive.
Okay, sure. Well, I need to do that tomorrow since it's recharges. Actually, I can just use a spell. I can just use it. I can also just cast it as a spell. I will do that.
And then he's like, damn, not using my spell slots for plebs.
It is also a spell.
It's also a spell. You see, Brienne astride a enormous brown, what can only be a warhorse? You're not entirely sure where the hell she got it, because you don't know anybody that actually breeds warhorses in, what you call it?
Belarus?
Belarus. But she's just aboard this like enormous Rohan. She's just like riding that, and behind her you see a good few hundred orcs. Not the bloodthirsty, fanged, gonna murder your face kind, but just regular gray-skinned orcs. Predominantly women, children, the elderly, and then on the outskirts of this herd of people following her, orcs with spears and swords and in lean leathers, hunter types, for the most part. And next to her you see Razgor riding Squig. Enormous, very much worse for wear. His armor notched, scratched, torn in places and hastily repaired. Bunch of new scars, but both of them alive and well, making their way somewhere. It's hard to tell with the dust getting kicked up by the vast throng of orc manatee following them.
Well, looks like Brienne and Razagor, they're still alive. It looks like they've taken a couple more hits, but they're still killing people and taking names and kicking ass and all that good shit. They also got like a huge party of like 200 orcs, but it looks like more like refugees than a warband.
I'm gonna need more orcs.
I mean, gotta need more cold iron, bro. We gotta go up north and Drentrings for that. We gotta murder some elves, boy. Also, then I had a brilliant epiphany, and I write to myself, guns made out of bullets made out of cold iron.
Well. Okay, so boys, what are your plans of action now that you've scried and regrouped?
So, next, do we continue to whatever, go look for more rocks? Then come
Well,
back after
we know
Peter-
Yeah, we know that this place is a bust, and the
Come
only
back.
way that they are going to let us get that stone is if we pry it from their cold, dead claws. So, yeah, let's head to the next location.
So it looks like the next rock is up in Hrodna,
Hrodna?
I think.
Well, we're near Barnabich anyway, so we should probably just start heading there
So
anyway.
Hrodna.
Quite good. Excellent. Alrighty, so you guys start traveling to Hrodna. And that's where we'll pick up next week.
Yeah.
So, thoughts, ideas, and suggestions?
I think at this point in time, it's fairly safe to say that the party is definitely going to go through with the plan to build an army to take on the Fae.
Yeah, we may not be doing the 100th century thing, but we're definitely going to burn. Like, yeah. Shrimp definitely is not going to stop until he can rip and tear every single goddamn elf he ever sees.
What
Yeah.
was that movie again? Do you want to play a game?
Oh, you're going to reenact Saw, but with elves.
Oh, I was,
No, I was going to go with what was that? That game is. Do you want to play a game of chess? And no, I want to play global thermonuclear war.
oh, war games.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I have either two options what I want to do. I want to play thermonuclear warfare with them. Magic nukes everywhere. Fuck your entire reality. Bitch. Or I want to go like Doomslayer and just like enhance myself until I'm an unstoppable, unkillable doom machine.
I see. I was
Usually a
thinking.
doomslayer, except elves.
I was thinking like reenacting Vietnam,
elf
except the U.S. wins.
What, just riding a flying, like now fully enlarged and like modular shrimp while you strafe them with guns in his belly, like mounted in his stomach.
What's that magic
bombs,
magic
napalm.
napalm we used?
Yeah.
Which one?
Naft. Yeah, I love the smell of nafta in the morning.
I can actually see. To be fair, out of game, I really don't think the Fae would expect that.
What a
What about the
helicopter
children?
assault!
Because they like seeing the guys, they'd probably, oh look, they're up in the air. That's interesting. That's cute. And then
What about the children? Well, you just have to lead them more. Taka, 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 taka.
Oh, I can't wait to be a door gunner on a fucking shrimp Huey.
So what, I'm gonna be like a transformer or something, or I'm gonna be like
yeah, you're gonna be the new Jetfire, dude.
Just,
Cast a mark on yourself and have the rest of them ride around inside you with
just
flight.
learn like polymorph or something, and polymorph yourself into an attack chopper.
Christ.
Actually, Mr. Wilfred could make an attack chopper.
And then
Between
you
him and Shrimp, they could actually do it.
cast flight on it.
I'll have to dig into my.
No, they wouldn't even need to cast a spell. Between the two of them, if they make enough intelligence checks, and given that Mr. Wolford's also an artificer, they could potentially actually mechanically make something that can fly.
What, like a steam-powered gyrocopter?
Yeah,
like
dwarfs
Yeah.
manage it.
Wouldn't you
God.
prefer us to just make flamethrowers for the orcs?
obviously.
Well,
No,
they'll be the
no,
they'll be the
no.
ground infantry. We'll be the air assault wing.
Why not both?
Yeah,
Like,
remember,
we're gonna have fire, we're gonna have naphtha, we're gonna have flamethrowers, we're gonna have Agent Orange. I don't know how I'm gonna come up with Agent Orange that works on like bullshit alien trees to me, but I'm going to.
Don't worry, I'll just like start filling a swimming pool full of my toxic spray. Then we can just hose it onto them.
It's like, you like this? Okay then, bitch.
I mean, we don't need Agent Orange as a defoliator, because Cleaf Breath does that. Kills trees. Just,
Yeah,
suspend me under a
remember-
plane, and I'll just vomit as
you
we
remember we've also got the Goblin Druids on our side. I'm fairly certain they can come up with some nasty shit.
go. I wonder what their opinion is on elves.
If we can just leave them in the Feywild for a couple of days.
And Cleaf All-Stars acting as long-range recon patrols and assassinating elf leaders.
One thing I want to, if you're gonna do steampunk stuff, one thing I want to make though is a land leviathan. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
I don't, but now I'm scared to ask. Let me have a look. A land leviathan.
I'm not sure if it'll be the right thing, so let me just find a picture of it.
Are you talking about the Michael Moorcock version?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm
Put it
trying.
this way, you know that story about the fortress
Nothing.
cities?
Ah.
Oh,
So you want to build the destroyer from Konosuba then?
Yes, it's a city-sized land leviathan. And it has
Oh,
giant
shit.
large and gigantic
That
cannons.
might take a while.
I don't care.
What about saving the world? Fuck that! We're building a gigantic city-sized robot. Well, okay then.
we're going to save the world by destroying the elves.
Letty, you know what you could equip all the orcs with?
What?
There are woodcutting mechs from World of Warcraft that the goblins use.
So,
They look like that.
Oh lord.
of course it do.
Just deforest
hell.
the Feywild.
Cold iron blades. That knife blade could be cold iron.
Oh,
Are we just gonna go to this Northwood and make cold armor? It's just like, yes, this is legendary mystical stuff. We're just like, I want to buy your entire stock. Just empty the whole north of it.
and the dwarves. Get mining. Here's 5,000 gold pieces. So, why do you guys hate the elves so much?
Oh, you know, reasons.
Yeah, you know.
You know, Racism.
They didn't attack you guys once.
And
Well,
I find that offensive.
Well, that's fair.
What kind of self-respecting big bad doesn't attack people?
The kind who's, you're beneath you and they notice.
Yeah, I think that's going to be changing soon.
Soon, TM. Well, that's good.
Fucking elves.
We need to find out from Razgor if he's here next week, and if so, then we can pick up with Razgor and Brienne.
Hmm.
We're going to be very surprised at the sudden hatred of elves.
yeah, then it's just gonna be like, do. Well, yeah, so yeah, guys, my plan is to, like, send orcs into the, Feywild and try and, do stuff, because the elves did bad, so we're just gonna be like, we hate you, buddy.
It's like, yes, we will help you. Here's a complimentary flamethrower and suit of armor for every refugee. And the children.
Especially the children. They're gonna be the tunnel fighters.
Oh my.
Trench warfare, dude.
Well, this campaign took a turn.
You're the one who made the Fade decks.
I didn't make them, that I was just playing them like they are, and
You didn't? No, but you didn't have to play them like that. You could have played them as, like, benevolent, helpful types.
not even the freaking Sele are benevolent, helpful types. They'd accidentally kill you. I mean, they'd feel really bad afterwards, but they'd still kill you.
Just saying.
I'm just saying.
Oh, that's fine that you fight them like that, because that gives that has given Shrimp something he has never had. Motivation.
Why does Shrimp hate elves so much? What did you do to engender this hatred?
It's missing me.
Say what? Just missing you.
They did all that stupid bullshit hell shit. And they didn't even have the goddamn decency to end me.
Shrimp, if you're willing to help Mr. Wilfred, we can build this. That we can go through the way Feywild in.
Oh no.
We can build
Oh,
several
that's
of them.
Right,
The
that's
moving
it.
fortress
We-
cities.
We turn Homeal into a war city. Put it on wheels. Let's fucking go.
Just put the whole of war Homeal on the back of one of those. Mobile Fortress Homeal. Let's go. You see, we brought the city with us. Oh god. Well, we'll have to chat with Razgor and see what he says. What does Mr. Wilfred think about the sudden hatred of elves?
Man, Mr. Wilfred sees the marching feet of industry, and if they goose step slightly more than they march gently, then so be it.
Jesus Christ. What? I'm just going to put this out there. This party went from very good, or at least trying
In my defense, if you look at my character sheet, Mr. Wilfred is actually lawful evil
I know.
because he's a capitalist.
I know, I'm just saying the rest of the party.
Are doing it under the pretense of saving the people of Baranovici, therefore we're good. What
mean-
what price is that? 2 Ponzi elf fucks for an entire city of 3 people. That's pretty good if you say
Okay,
so.
look, to be fair, in collateral damage, it is quite likely that all of the people currently encased in that orange crystal are more than likely going to no longer be there by the time this guerrilla campaign is
From
finished.
their prisons.
Gorilla.
Okay,
Something good.
naked, blatant, like, genocide, but semantics.
You guys are going to basically be invading pygmies with guns. They're going to be coming at you with fruit, and you're going to be shooting them.
Yes, and those bananas
I'll be
can
back
be
with later.
dangerous.
Enjoy, Mr. Matt.
Those
Just putting it-
bananas can be horribly sharp.
Wow, I'm so surprised that didn't even kill anybody, and you guys hate elves so much. That's really interesting to me.
They were being dicks.
When? They were perfectly polite. the
They
entire-
Okay, show a virtual show of hands here. Who thinks the elves were being assholes?
See? Just you.
They weren't being assholes. They were being elves.
Oh yeah, they were definitely being assholes with their goddamn bullshit
Okay.
theological realm shit.
Wow.
So you see, Mr. DM,
I'm just going
unanimous vote.
out there that if you guys are going to go to war with the elves, I would also just like you to bear in mind that this is. If you're going to bring giant mechanical monstrosities, they're going to fight you in kind.
We're not
I
going to
realize-
war against the elves as a species. We're going to war against two specific elves.
Two specific douchebags in Buranovici.
Who happen to be nobles.
Yes.
They're
And I
elves.
realize that to
no.
do the whole balance thing, we're going to have to murder some Sele as well. Who cares?
No. You see, the whole thing's going to going after them is going to create a power vacuum. Okay, so the other nobles, because based on what we've been told, there is very much it's a very cutthroat kind of environment. So if we go after them, the summer court would actually probably be in our favor because it would give them more power because the two sides are almost always in stalemate.
Which would?
So the summer court would be less inclined to kill us or take us on because we're essentially doing them a favor.
Yes, that's very true. Which would cause a power imbalance. Because
Which-
now the summer court is more powerful than the winter court, which would have knock-on effects,
Which we don't have to worry about for now.
which
Yeah,
you
what?
don't have to worry about for now.
We get the stone out of Baranovici. We gave them the opportunity. They brought this upon themselves, really.
I might just use the only war rule set for this. Because I'm going to have to figure out how to do massed combats with 3 Ents versus steam tanks, aren't I?
Yes, because you see, we're allowed the steam tanks. Your precious freaking Fae are supposed to be like, never changing and all sorts of, stagnant and shit like that. So, meh. They don't
Oh.
get the cool stuff.
Oh, I mean, they get some cool stuff.
No, they're not allowed cool stuff.
They have so many cool pacts and
They're not allowed cool stuff.
intrigues and webs of
They're
loyalty.
not allowed cool stuff. No, they're not allowed cool stuff. End of story.
And levy.
They're just not allowed. They are going to take it like the Nancy boys that they are and run away screaming like little girls, apologize profusely, give us the stone, and then go away with a promise to never come back.
I mean, technically, you went to their house.
Yes, but they started it.
Technically, you started it.
No, technically they started it because
You
they were the
literally
ones who
went
came.
to their
They
house.
came to the Baron of Baranovici. They fucked him over first. They
I
started
mean, maybe he should have worded his request better.
it. No, they started it. They
Wow.
deliberately misinterpreted his request.
No such thing.
Bullshit. They did.
Wow.
You're just trying to hide behind like the dodgy rules. They
Mm.
started it, and that's all there is to it. And Cleef is going to finish it.
Ah, I just noticed the last
With a
two lines.
red bandana and and M, like, what's the D&D equivalent of a belt-fed M60?
I just realized something. The last 2 lines of this passage. Although this is an extremely rare occurrence, it is vital to take precautions against the time warping effect when entering or exiting the echo plane. Hmm. 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 I just realized that the mayor is basically a warlock at this point, with an archfey patron.
What, the mayor of Baranovici?
Yep.
Here's a question though.
Hmm.
This is more sort of just to try and try for Brian and Razgor because they've now for all
They fought a
intents.
manticore.
Well, not just that, but for all intents and purposes, for Cleef and Shrimp and Tyron and Gothy McDouchebag. No, Gothy McDouchebag didn't go into Baranovici with the guys. But for those
Nope.
three, how much time has passed? They've now been because essentially they were
Almost 3 months.
so
For the other. For you guys, 3 days. 4 for you and. Well, no. 3 days. Yeah,
3
about
days
3
in the
to 4 days.
Feywild, and then a month for Cleef while he was putting signs up while we were still in the Feywild.
You post the same thing as
So
me, Griff.
You
Brian
posted separate
and
to me. Scroll up. Brienne,
I
and
posted it first.
scroll up above your orc thing, Zippo.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Griff did post it first.
Damn.
Get good, scrub.
Damn.
So yes.
So Raz and Brienne have been collecting orcs for about 3 months now,
Mm-hmm.
or gathering them up. So whereabouts are they now? Out of
Coincidentally, they are currently approaching the town of Rodna.
okay, so they're heading north at the moment.
Correct.
Okay, cool.
Because guess what? Everything pretty much to the west of Varanovici is gone.
Yeah.
It turns out that the gigantic vampiric orc horde does not leave much left behind.
True, true.
Brest, dead. Other orc tribes, dead. Nomadic humans, dead.
How much of Poland is left then?
Polish border, dead.
No, I'm just
Ukrainian
asking,
border, dead. All the way up to like below Plinsk, pretty much.
Okay.
Not much left there. Just, yeah, traumatized neighbors. Incidentally, Belarus might get invaded soon by some angry neighbors.
That's okay. They'll hit from the sound of things, they're gonna hit Baranovici first, and then they're fucked anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so
Also,
they'll
I
be
guess-
reenacting the French war in Vietnam, and then we'll be coming in later, like the Americans.
Yeah.
Oh dear. Oh dear. I'm still surprised you guys hate elves so much. I'm like really surprised. So weird. They didn't do anything. They didn't attack you. They didn't hurt you.
I mean, they did attack us multiple times through their minions.
Wow. Well, you know, whatever somebody takes upon themselves to do, they can't be respected.
And they bit a thyroid.
That was just a friendly greeting.
We'll have to see if we
Uh-huh.
can recruit that dragon in the Feywild as well. He seemed pretty chill.
Okay, look, if nothing else, credit has to be given to the dragon. I mean, but yeah, that was, I mean, it might respond more favorably to Cleef if it sees him again.
I mean, I don't know about to respond favorably. It's more just like flabbergasted by the sheer audacity of this hairless monkey to walk up to it and start holding a conversation.
Which means if he sees said hairless monkey again, he might not be, he'll be slightly less inclined to like incinerate that hairless
I
monkey.
was hoping it would
because-
like breathe fire at me, and then if I just pass my dex check and I take no damage, I just continue standing there. Like, okay, you seen the lake?
Wow. Poor dragon. Well, it's good to know that you boys have a plan, and we need to speak with Randomonium to find out what is the next plan of action.
Yeah, something like the ultimate plan is collect every other crystal we can, and then invade the Feywild.
I'm kind of surprised you guys hate them so much, though.
They have a crystal, and we need it.
We ask nicely.
I mean, you could have worded your request better.
He asked wrongly.
They would have definitely given you the crystal had you done them a
Had we
solid
done them-
return of equivalent value. Just think, nothing could possibly go wrong